All right. We are live. Welcome, everybody, to the first ever. I think we're making history here. We are hosting a virtual job party. Woo! Everybody, you gonna party? No drinking on the job. Sorry, guys. This is a 3-hour event. So much action is going to happen today. We have guests, HR partners, and recruiters from some of the top companies in Northern Utah. We had a sold out venue. We had 10, 15 other HR managers that really wanted to be part of this event, but unfortunately, 3 hours, it feels like a long time, but it's a very short window. Right now, I've got a few of our Elwood recruiters and managers on the screen here. Heidi, welcome from the Logan branch. Annette Brooks from ES Quality. I have Andrew, our branch manager, and Felicia Morgan, our site manager at UOL, and Paula, our customer service manager in Logan. We had a lot more people we could have put on the screen, but I'm really happy to have everybody here. The idea behind this event is, if you look at a traditional job fair where there's 20 companies in a high school gym, everybody is hot and sweaty in there, and you're walking around, you're talking to each HR manager, each company, and really trying to find a good company to work for, a great job. Whether you're a parent looking for something part-time or overnight, whether you're a student looking for something full-time or part-time, or whether you're just a regular job seeker that's trying to find a better opportunity from where you're at right now. And so we wanted to take that same concept and digitize it. So we grabbed up all of our HR managers. We talked to them about this event, and all of them were ecstatic about the idea. And so what we're going to put on today is a virtual job fair live on Facebook. This is going throughout many groups, and it'll also be live on YouTube. And you'll be able to interact with our recruiters and our HR managers. They're going to be given a 10-minute spot to talk about their company, their culture, their job openings, and you'll be able to interact with them live. And that's what I'm most excited about, is we're going to bring the HR manager, the recruiter, to you. Instead of you coming to them, we're bringing them to you today. So please share this out with your friends and family. This will be a 3-hour event. It's going to go fast. If you miss the live, I'm going to start leaving time spots in the comments for each HR partner, so you can click into those and view those later. Our whole goal here is to have you, the job seeker, land a better job. If you're someone that's underemployed, you're really not happy with where you're working, or maybe you feel like there's not enough career growth for you, or you're just looking for something better, maybe something that pays more. We're gonna be here for you. That's why we're here. If you're unemployed and you're just not sure how to get back to the job market and you don't know which company to look at, well, we're going to highlight quite a few companies today and quite a few different positions, and let you make that decision for yourself. Many people are a little worried about how they can navigate back to the workforce safely with this COVID-19 pandemic. And so the great thing about today is you can ask these HR managers, hey, so what are some of the PPE that you're doing, or some of the preventative measures to keep COVID out of the facility? And every HR partner will be transparent. They're going to talk about the temperature checks, the one-ways, the plexi, the face shields and face masks, and they're going to help you make a decision that's best for you and your family to navigate back to the workforce. So I'm really excited. So just to give you an idea of our cast, who to expect, we're going to have right out of the gates, Autoleave, Lisa Williams will be on here. She's one of the HR partners. She'll be discussing the openings at Autoleave in Ogden. Really excited to have her. She'll talk about direct hire opportunities as well as temp to hire. Then we'll have Annette Brooks, who you see right here on your screen, from ES Quality. ES Quality is a vendor owned by Elwood inside of Autoleave. Some great positions there, and that's going to talk about those. After Annette, we're going to have Wendy from Brill. You probably have heard of the company CSM Bakery. They make all the frosting and for the Costco cakes, cheesecake frosting is to die for. I can't get enough of that. From there, we're going to have a corporate recruiter, Nicholas Swag. I destroyed his name, from Fresenius. We'll also have Derek Cooper, our on-site manager, introducing him. And right after Fresenius, we'll jump into talking with Adam Paree from ReaderLink. He's a corporate recruiter. Then we're going to talk to Hayden from Nutraceutical about their open positions. Then we're going to have one of our internal recruiters, Megan, talk about Althea. Then we'll have Andrew Larson, the branch manager from Layton, talk about our positions open there at Lifetime. Then his recruiter is going to talk about Kroger in the bakery department, some of the positions we have there. Whew, I got to take a breath. I'm still going. We're not even halfway through. Then we'll have Heidi, who's on here, talk about Presto and Pepperidge, some of the openings there in Logan. Then we'll jump over to Brigham City and have Atisha talk about the openings at Autoliv, both in Brigham City, Promontory, Tremonton. And then from there, we're going to jump right back over to Layton and talk to Eliza, who is a HR representative for the dairy for Kroger. She'll be sharing those openings. And then, I got to take another breath. We're still going. It's going to be a fun event. Megan's going to talk about clerical positions. We're going to talk about all the different openings in Ogden and Brigham City. We'll have advanced call center technology from Logan. Audrey will be in attendance. And then we'll talk about our internal openings and wrap it up. And, we're going to roll with the punches. There's going to be a lot going on, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So again, I want to welcome you. Please share this out with your friends and family. And let's get this kicked off with our first guest, Lisa Williams. She is the HR partner with Autoliv. Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Go ahead and take some of our panelists down for a moment. Sorry, guys, because we want to focus on Lisa today, right now. Let's see. Andrew, goodbye. Sorry, my friend. Okay, Lisa, thank you for joining us today. You have 10 minutes. Lisa is our HR partner over at Autoliv in Ogden at the AOA facility. We have just a long-standing partnership with Autoliv. We like to consider ourselves Elwood, the front door of Autoliv, to get into those entry-level production positions. Autoliv has a fantastic culture, great benefits, and I had to start it out with you, Lisa. Welcome to the group. Introduce yourself and let's just jump right into it.
All right. Well, I am Lisa Williams. I am from Autoliv, the Ogden facility, the Autoliv Ogden Assembly. I've been with the company for about 4 years now, and we save lives. We make automotive safety devices for major brand car manufacturers. So we are doing everything that we can to keep you safe as you're driving around in your car. So our airbags are the main things that we do here in Ogden. We have different positions available, from production associates to warehouse associates. So those are what we're looking for right now. Some of the perks of working at Autoliv is that you receive benefits from day one. That's a huge thing: medical, dental, vision. We have education reimbursement available, paid time off. We have an on-site cafeteria, an on-site gym. There's a medical clinic that you get to go to at a discounted rate by being an employee with us. One of the big things that is something that we're well known for is that during the Christmas shutdown, between Christmas and New Year's, it's a paid holiday. So you get to have the entire week off and be paid to spend time at home with your family. So that's a big perk of being an employee with us.
Yeah, for me, the on-site gym, that I never thought people would use a gym at work, and I'm just so surprised every time I visit the facility, that there's a lot of people working out during their break, and it's just health is encouraged there in the building. And I'm sure the gym's probably limited use right now with COVID-19, but it's such a cool amenity. I love the on-site cafeteria, full service. They grill it right in front of you. That is just phenomenal. Probably the reason why you need a gym. Let's be honest.
All the desserts that they make, they're wonderful desserts. So you better go work it off after you eat it.
Let's talk about maybe some of the openings you have there. AutoLeave, we do a lot of temp to hire out there, and those are for people that just they're just got limited production experience. Maybe they're just fresh out of high school, and the starting pay is actually pretty dang good for temp to hire. It's $14.31 an hour, and after they get through that initial training period and they come up to their conversion time, which is usually 90 days, they have the opportunity to be hired on. And if they're on the off shifts, they can make, up to $16.20 an hour and more. And so how about direct hire, Lisa? What does it look like for a direct hire candidate? What kind of experience and skill set do they need? And how would they go about applying to get the direct hire? Because my understanding is direct hire, $16.20 an hour on swings and grays, which is just incredible.
Absolutely. So for direct hire, we are direct hiring our production and our warehouse. You do have to have at least a year of manufacturing experience or fast food experience. So those are the minimum qualifications to be direct hired. But you're right, it's $15 an hour plus an 8% shift differential, which gets you up to $16.20 an hour if you work on swings or on graves. And those are the two openings that we have right now, is swings and graves. Wow.
Okay, that's awesome. So $16.20 an hour on the off shifts with that differential. That's super competitive. There's not very many companies that are starting out at $16 an hour, just a few. And the other thing I think is important to note is the health benefits, the dental, vision, the costs associated to those. They're much lower than what I've seen out there with a lot of different companies. And some people are making more just because of, how cheap those benefits are. And they're incredible benefits.
We do. We have wonderful benefits. We go through Select Health here in Utah, and we have a couple of different plans available. And again, it's available on day one. So your very first day as an AutoLeave employee, you and your family are covered with medical insurance, which is a huge thing, because a lot of other companies, you have to wait 30, 60, 90 days before that's available. But that is something that's available on day one. Something that we'd like to take advantage of. We also have our employee assistance program, which is free to our employees as well and their dependents. So if there's issues with mental health, maybe somebody needs some counseling for depression or anxiety, or some extra assistance, we have those resources available also, which is a big benefit, especially going through a pandemic. Frame, stress is up and people are struggling with their mental health. So to have those resources available is phenomenal.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, Lisa. That's we have employee assistance program as well with Elwood, and I give that number out freely to everybody, and it's been pretty humbling to see how many people are using it, and there's such a need out there right now. When you're, especially during the lockdowns, when we were actually locked down in our house, or when we have a quarantine, because my son had COVID-19 and I was quarantined with him for 14 days. And, the first few days were fine, but then it got a little rough. 14 days is a long time, especially with kids. And so to have access to, counseling and mental health and therapy, even couples counseling is just such a neat resource. And it's great that AutoLeave offers that. I like that you have the option to enroll into health, dental, and vision, and to be able to use them on day one. A lot of companies, you have a 60 to 90 day waiting period. And that's just traditionally what most companies do. And so what ends up happening is people like me, when I started at Elwood, I had to wait 30 days. It wasn't bad, but I still had to pay like $1,500 for Cobra. which is just an enormous expense. And so to have that day one is incredible. What about PTO? What type of PTO do direct hires get on day one?
So direct hires automatically get personal time off. Depending on when they start during the year, it would be prorated. But say that you started January 1st, you would get 40 hours of personal time to use throughout the year, sort of like sick leave.
Okay.
And then every month you accrue vacation time. And so pre-planned vacations, you receive a certain amount of time every month for that. And then you can roll that over a certain amount of it and rolls over to the next year. We also have a vacation purchase program, which is pretty cool, where you can buy a week's worth of vacation. So
really?
If you're a new employee, you're starting out now, but maybe next spring you're planning on going on a trip and you won't have enough accrued vacation, you can actually purchase a week of vacation to be able to use for those big plans. And so
fun.
That's a pretty neat. And then we also have incentive hours. If you hit your goals each month, you're given incentive hours, which give you anywhere from 1 to 3 hours off that you can use for time off as well.
I just realized I didn't have your banner going. Sorry about that. There's the info for Lisa. I might have to use the extra week purchase once this pandemic finally ends. I'm taking 2 weeks off and I'm turning my cell phone off, and the world can burn down for all I care. I'm taking 2 weeks off.
Absolutely. And that's something good to think about too, is with the pandemic, we make safety products for vehicles. And so we want to make sure that we're doing that in a safe manner. So talking about the pandemic, we have a playbook in place to make sure our employees are safe at work. So to come into the facility as an employee, you go through a temperature screening, hand sanitizer station, you wear masks. Out on the production floor, you have your face mask on as well as a face shield to help distance a little bit, because we're working in a production area. So you're pretty close to other employees. But this allows you to, stay safe while you're working. We do have the one-way entrances and exits to make sure people are just going in the right flow. We have, increased sanitation. And then we have just, a good protocol set up for those who work for us to just make sure that they're staying safe and free from COVID.
Yeah, I went in there and shot a short video, all the safety measures that you guys are taking. I shared that on Facebook. So if you want to check out the link, I'll have that posted in the comments shortly. It's just super impressive what you guys are doing to keep COVID out of the workplace. That's one thing that people should really feel encouraged by, is all the different safety measures in place to keep COVID out of the facility. All right, Lisa, you have just been a great guest. Thanks for being part of our panel. Doesn't look like we've had any comments, but we've got 20 viewers, which is fantastic. So people are watching. Again, if you think about that replacement, a wage that can replace what you were getting with maybe your unemployment benefits, think about $16.20 an hour. That really goes above that $2,400 a month that you were receiving with unemployment. The state unemployment for most people is ending in 2 weeks. You only have 26 weeks to use. And so as you're safely navigating your return back to work, definitely consider auto leave. Talk to Lisa, talk to us at Elwood. Some great opportunities there to make an income that you can be proud of. And if you go temp to hire, yes, you're going to be at that $14.31 on the off shifts, but within 90 days, you can apply to convert to that $16.20 an hour. So it's really a short window. I mean, we've already went through 90 days of COVID, and that went by like that. So thank you, Lisa. Really glad you're on here. Any other last minute words before we move on to our next panelists?
Just that we're excited. We have the openings. We'd love to have you come join us. Again, we make life-saving devices, and we're Utah's largest manufacturer. So we would love to have you join our team.
Yes. All right, Lisa. Well, I will share any future comments with you for people that are watching this when they get off of work, and we'll connect you with them and help those people get to work.
Perfect. Thanks, Steven. Thanks, Ola.
Thanks, Lisa. Take care. All right. So what do you guys think of that? Was that not awesome? 10 minutes with auto leave. We are going to move on to ES Quality, one of our sub vendors inside of auto leave. We have Annette here. Hello, Annette. And we have Felicia Morgan. Hello. Annette is the site manager and overall everything. She's the
I'm the everything manager.
Everything manager, and Felicia is the site manager at UOL. And so, ES Quality, I cannot explain it as well as Annette. So, Annette, why don't you introduce us to ES Quality? Talk about what you do. Talk about the openings, and let's take it from there.
Okay, so ES Quality, we actually are a third-party contracted company that works in the building of our previous.
You got fans already. Woohoo!
Oh gosh. We inspect airbags for auto leave. I know, inspect airbags. Wow, that's intimidating, but it's really not. It
sounds exciting. That doesn't sound intimidating.
Easy work. We have 2 locations. So my location, well, the AOA location, where we do actually inspect airbags and the components that go into making airbags. It's 100% trained position. When I say it's easy, I cannot express how easy it really is. At the UOL location, I know warehousing is intimidating for some people. But it's in a warehouse, but it's not a warehousing type of situation. They handle a lot of packaging for the airbags. Super, super easy. We have full-time spots available in both locations. We have part-time spots available in both locations. We have weekend availabilities in both locations. 100% training in the UOL.
Wait, can I pause you there for a second? I'm going to ask. Can I pause you there for a second?
Absolutely.
Since I'm the host, I guess I can do that, right? All right. So part-time positions. A lot of parents out there and students and people that are even working full-time, they need a part-time solution. So could you hit on that a little bit more?
So what we like is that, so we require at least 4 hours per day because by the time we get you set up to go to work and whatever, if it's less than that, it's a waste of your time and of ours to get you started every day. So what we like is for you to decide what shift, day swings or graves, and whether it's the first half of the shift or the back half of the shift. That way we can possibly make an attempt to get someone to cover that other part of the shift that is not covered by you and have a full-time slot filled. If that makes sense. We have quite a few people who are either retired and are just trying to, subsidize their retirement. We have students that work part-time for us. Just as Steven mentioned, we have stay-at-home moms that just kind of want to do something during the day while the kids are at school. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, is this position, a lot of people, when they go work inside of auto leave, they're going through the physical process and not everyone gets through because it is a physically demanding job. Right. How physical is the quality control and inspecting side of the job compared to the production side?
So you don't have to take a physical. The only physical thing is if you're not used to standing for 8 hours a day or, whatever, 4 hours, if that's your shift. The first week can be a little bit difficult, but after that, it's totally fine. There's minimal lifting regardless of whether you're here or at UOL. I would say, it's just usually you still have to pass a background. because of the material that we work with. You have to take a UA. There's a visual assessment. It's not a test. So if you wear glasses or whatever and you think, oh, I won't be able to see anything, not true. We have a spot for most, anyone really.
Yeah, that's awesome. So starting pay for on the off shifts, swings and grades.
Off shifts, starting pay is $12.96.
Okay.
On day shift is $12.
Got it. So, when you look at wages across the board, $12.96, $12 an hour, it's not 15, it's not 16 an hour.
Right.
But, wage isn't everything for a lot of people. If you are a working parent and you have to deal with this crazy school schedule with, half days and 3 days on, 2 days off, or virtual Fridays, in my case, this, or maybe you are working full time somewhere else and you just need that extra income on the grave shift or swing shift, whether you do a part-time shift or full-time. This gives you that flexibility, right? It gives you the opportunity to bring in that extra income.
Yes.
It's not 16 an hour, but it's a good enough income to make it worth your time. And
Absolutely.
And outside of that, if that income is good enough for you, if you have maybe a spouse or a family member that's got another income that's contributing to the household, the environment, the people you work with, that's why you stay. I mean, talk to us about the tenure on your team and that.
Yes, absolutely. So a lot of my team members have been with me for years. Some team members have been doing what we do for even longer than I've been doing it. We very much build a culture of believing in what we do. And if you are able to assimilate that culture, as far as, knowing that even in its own little way, what we do saves lives, you'll love it. If you're not part of that culture, then you kind of work yourself out quickly. But yeah, we're all family. We all, it's hard to explain, but we're very close. We believe strongly in what we do, and our customer believes strongly in what we do. All of our customers, even if they're not Autoliv, in our raw materials side, we deal with a lot of Autoliv's external suppliers, and they believe strongly in what we do. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right, Annette, we're still waiting for our next panelists. We'll be starting 3 minutes here. So maybe if it's okay, I'd like Felicia, who's the site manager at UOL. Felicia, you got 2, maybe 3 minutes. Why don't you talk about some of the things you do in your building?
Can you hear
There
me?
you go. Perfect.
Okay. So here we do similar work, but it's not directly. Can you turn? Sorry, we're trying to figure this out.
They're in the same room if you can't tell.
It's not directly in a manufacturing facility. So this is just based off of shipping. So we still inspect material here, but it's not the same thing every day. There's multiple areas that you can work in. There's multiple jobs you can be doing, and we're very flexible on hours, just like Annette said with hers. I have people that work for me 2 days a week. I have people that work 6-7 days a week. It really just depends on what your need is.
Yeah. I really like the UOL facility and the BDO. It's that like you mentioned, the shipping, receiving environment, different pace from sorting and inspecting, and close-knit group as well. Felicia's supervisors have been there for, a long time, just as long as she has. And that's what I love about ES Quality with your team, Annette and Felicia, is you guys just work so closely together, and you care about each other, and you guys are family oriented, just going above and beyond to make sure everyone on your team is taken care of. And that makes a huge difference. They say, employees don't leave companies, they leave what?
Management.
Yeah.
Managers, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a great leader to get behind, and this position just seems like a good fit for you, you've got to give us a call. You've got to reach out. and come work with Annette, come work with Felicia.
We'd love to have you.
All right, so we were going to have Wendy from Brill jump on here at 11:30. I don't see her in the queue. Might be having technical difficulties. I'm just checking my email here to see any SOS messages. So while we wait, I'm going to jump over to Heidi, who's got a job fair table set up right there. So crazy. And I'm going to have her talk about just, what it looks like to go through the hiring process at Elwood. So Felicia, Annette, we want to thank you again for jumping on. Oh, wait, hold on. Wendy is here. I'm going to add her to the stream. And we appreciate our guests, Felicia and Annette. We'll talk to you soon. All right, Wendy, we're just getting you loaded here. She's just jumping on. She's device not connected. It's always fun with these virtual stuff, right? Technical difficulties. Let's get her ticker on here. Wendy, device not connected. All right, Heidi, while we're waiting on Wendy, welcome back. So Heidi, a lot of people are, they just are not sure how to apply. Do they have to come into the branch and spend 2 hours in front of a computer wearing some dirty headphones? And, what do they need to do to get hired on and go through the process? And how long does it take? Does it take 2 hours? Does it take 10? Does it take 5 minutes? So what does that process look like?
We are willing to have you come in with your dirty headphones and all. We will take you as you come. So, however, you do not have to. You could definitely stay in your pajamas at home.
Yes.
Just stay over there and we can get you set up online. It's actually so simple, so easy. We've got a couple of different processes that we can go through to get you set up. You can apply on elwoodstaffing.com. However, if that's just something that's, you're just wanting to hear about our available jobs, go ahead and give us a call. We can set you up actually on our end and then just get you set up with your hiring docs via email. So it's super simple, super easy. You don't even have to come into our office. Like I said, we will take you as you are. If you want to come into our office, if that's easier for you, absolutely. I have got my mask here ready to help. So I will put my mask on and help you the best that I can. If you have any problems, want to do it over the phone, we could do that way. Do it on a computer, do it on even your smartphone. We have that option available as well to get you all signed up and started. We are here to help you and walk you through the process. So it's actually really, really simple to get started.
All right, Heidi, you made that sound really simple. Is it really that easy?
Absolutely.
To summarize it, you can apply online, fill out the basic application. You can upload your resume if you have one to speed up that process. You can click little boxes of, different types of skill sets that you have. You don't even have to type them in. You're just like, forklift experience, click, assembly, click, warehousing, click. And then we're going to use that to match you with the right job. And then we can actually do an interview over the phone with you. And then based on that, if we find a company that is just a great fit for you, we're going to be able to just make you an offer right over the phone. Absolutely. And send you an email with a job offer and send you all the hiring docs via email. So you can just fill that all out and then you're done. And, you come in the branch for 5 minutes to just finish up the process, give a little urine analysis, donate that to us so we can test that and then send you on your way. So it's super easy, right, Heidi?
Absolutely. It's very, very easy. You can see me as much as or as little as you want.
All right. And I'm so sorry, Wendy. It looks like she's still trying to connect. I'm not sure what's going on there, Wendy. You can certainly call me if you're listening or call Heidi. She can walk you through it. Heidi, what's your phone number there?
435-750-0886.
Okay, awesome. All right, so while we wait for Wendy, what I'd like to do is bring Derek Cooper on, our on-site manager for Fresenius, and we're going to talk about some of the openings there. And then after Derek talks, we're going to jump over to one of the corporate recruiters from Fresenius to talk about the company and the culture. And then Wendy, we're already ahead of schedule, so we'll squeeze you back in as soon as your technical difficulties are corrected. So give Heidi a call. What's that number again, Heidi?
435-750-0886.
All right, perfect. All right, Derek. Well, let's, Derek, if you're ready or not, here we come. Derek Cooper, can you hear us? Can't hear you. No mic. Try it again. Hello. Can't hear you, my friend. Why don't you leave the feed and come right back in? And you should be able to go in just fine. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. Wow, we're 35 minutes into this. We've already had a great session with Lisa Williams from Autoleave talking about direct hire opportunities, temp to hire. If you have the year of experience, I don't know if you caught on. I don't know if you caught this. She said a year of production or of experience or fast food experience. So if you have a year of fast food experience, you could be considered for a full-time direct to hire position with Autoleave, making $16.20 an hour on the off shifts. That's pretty impressive. That's not normal. And that's really exciting to see Autoleave do that. So $16.20 an hour if you have a year of production experience or production related, i.e. fast food. And if you don't have that experience, then definitely come through us, temp to hire. Within 90 days, you can be making that wage, which really is not that bad at all. So definitely apply, elwoodjobs.com. Looks like we're going to get Derek back on. He is rejoining, and let's get him in here. There we go. Derek Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah, you made it.
Now you can hear me.
All right, Derek. So Derek is our on-site manager out at Fresenius. He does all of the virtual orientations, which is a really cool thing. Paid orientation, virtually just like this, with just as many technical difficulties. And then from there, he's there to help you with all of your needs on site, to help you integrate well and become part of the team at Fresenius, and then get hired on in a very short window. So Derek, introduce yourself, how long you've been with Elwood, and then let's talk about the most important stuff. What the heck do what are the openings? How much does it pay? What shifts? Like, give us the good stuff here.
Sure, of course. Yeah, my name's Derek Cooper. I've been with Elwood Staffing for 12 and a half years. Very excited to be here, and on-site manager at Fresenius Medical Care, a great company to work for. They have lots of people working for them, and they are making medical supplies. They're helping to save lives. Just like Autoleave said earlier that they're there to help save lives, so is Fresenius Medical Care. The products they produce, they go out to clinics all over the country and in different parts of the world. And these medical supplies help people that have kidney failure, and it helps them to stay alive. So it's a great product, great opportunity to work for a company. And I tell people every time in orientation, they should be proud that they're working for a company that's helping to save lives. It's a great company. We have positions there's two different kinds of dialysis treatment is what it's called when you have kidney failure. There's the hemodialysis, where we make the actual artificial kidney. It's called the dialyzer. And so there's multiple departments just to make that one dialyzer. There's a fibers department, there's the molding department, the final product goes through the dialyzers department, and then it goes through a sterilization process called the E-beam department. I have openings in all of those departments at this time. So we're happy to get people out and working at Fresenius. These are full-time temp to hire positions to get you hired on in hopefully 3 to 6 months is the goal. And I'm there to help you as on-site to make sure you get hired on and make sure you make it through the process.
Awesome.
The other plant does it's called PD, or peritoneal dialysis. That's where they use more of a solutions bag. It's kind of like an IV that you stick in your arm when you go to the hospital, but instead of going in your arm, it actually goes in through your stomach and it fills up the peritoneum in your body. And they also make that. So we have openings there as well.
Awesome. So what are some of the qualifications for somebody to be considered for Fresenius?
So one of the qualifications we're looking for is that you have a high school diploma. Fresenius does have that as one of the requirements. We do obtain that from you and have a copy of it. And another one is, that you are able to stand on your feet for long periods of time. These are 12-hour shifts. And so by working for 12 hours on your feet, you're going to be sore the first couple of weeks until you get used to it. Most people are used to working an 8-hour job, maybe a 10-hour job. But these 12-hour jobs, they are kind of long on your feet. But once you get used to it, the great news is you're working 3.5 days a week, but you're off 3.5 days a week. So you have a way longer weekend than the rest of us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, with that, Derek, we're going to add Nick Swag, corporate recruiter from Fresenius. I'm so sorry. I totally slaughtered your name.
Everyone does. Don't feel bad at all.
How do you say your last name?
Zweig, or if you're Germans, Zweig.
Zweig. All right. I like it. All right. Well, Nick, welcome to our virtual live Facebook party. Glad to have you here. Thank you for representing Fresenius and being part of this event that no one's done out there. I mean, we're taking the sweaty gym concept and we're throwing that out and we're putting it live on Facebook. So thank you for joining us. And if you don't mind, introduce yourself and talk to us about Fresenius and we'll go from there.
Excellent. Well, thanks for having me. This is kind of fun for me because, again, it's a new way of doing this. So I really appreciate you setting this up, Steven. My name is Nick. I'm the recruiting manager, or one of the recruiting managers, I should say, at Fresenius Medical Care North America. My team essentially is responsible for recruiting all of the product side of the business. So for that to make sense, let me just tell you briefly a little bit more about Fresenius, because we are not like any other company you've ever experienced before. We were a medical device company when we started in North America back in 1985. That was what we did. We made dialysis products for patients with chronic kidney disease. But about 20 years ago, the company decided to vertically integrate around the patient. And what that just means is that we got into business doing anything and everything that our patients might need. Today, of course, we still have all those medical devices, and we are the world's leading provider of medical devices for dialysis treatment. But we also have dialysis treatment in our own clinics, almost 2,500 clinics. We have our own diagnostics labs. We have a couple of pharmaceuticals. We have our own pharmacy. We have our own health plan. We have a vascular clinical site that helps with problems with low blood flow and those types of things. So we're really holistically wrapped around patients with chronic kidney disease. That is the only disease indication that we're focused on. So when you go out to try to look at our jobs, it can be very overwhelming if you're not really sure what we're all about. And so we have all those different businesses. Ogden happens to be the largest manufacturing site we have in the United States, with just over 2,000 employees. We have a very large pool of temps as well. A lot of people prefer to have the temp approach and either test it out, make sure. I think the previous speaker spoke a little bit about the physical requirements, and working in a manufacturing environment is very physical. And so some people prefer to test that out. Other people prefer to go direct hire if they have experience and they already know the demand. Both are available. We're recruiting for production operators, warehouse workers. For those who have a degree, associate's or bachelor's degree, we have technician roles. For bachelors and above, we have many engineering roles. And then, of course, leadership as well, although we really believe in upward movement of our employees. And so a lot of the leadership roles that we open up end up going to those internal employees. We allow a lot of movement. So someone might start thinking that night shift would be ideal during this COVID time, right? Now you can have somebody at home with the kids at all time. And we have lots of night shift positions available, and those come with a shift differential, so you do get a little bit more pay. But if things change in your life and you want to switch to swing shift or evening shift, as they call it, or day shift, tons of opportunities to make those shifts anytime, so that everybody has the shift that meets their needs, but also has the ability to advance upward if that's something that they're interested in. So I know that's a lot of information.
I love that.
Pause briefly. You may have some questions flying in.
I love the fact that Fresenius is doing so much more. I mean, they're in so many different verticals in the health sector. I really appreciate the fact that, you can work your way up with Fresenius. You can be going through school, working out on the line, and then you could be, going to school for engineering, mechanical engineering, software programming, and you could be in the medical field, and you could be, or IT infrastructure, and you could literally be working your way up into these positions within Fresenius, which is incredible. So let me ask you this, Nick, what does that path look like for somebody that's going through school for IT infrastructure? They're working out at Fresenius. How did they go from there to working in the IT department?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I'll first start by telling you, if you don't have a degree and you haven't started one, that's okay, because we offer every single employee educational reimbursement. So there are funds available to help you do that. But ultimately, every job that we open up, we post for all of the employees to see and to throw their hat in the ring for. Your first step in that process would be to have a conversation with a recruiter, someone like me or someone on my team, before having an opportunity to interview with the hiring manager. Sometimes you don't necessarily have the best skills, right? There may be other internal employees that have applied. What we try to do is work with our employees to help them understand where the gaps are. What were the things that the other candidate may have had that you haven't had? And then to also work with that employee's direct manager, their current manager, to give them an opportunity to gain some experience and exposure to some of those things that will set them up for their next position. So we have a lot of those conversations regularly to make sure that if you don't have the best skill set for a given role out of our internal staff, that we're setting you up with specific objectives to achieve that.
That's amazing. I mean, you talk about people that want to grow their career, whether they have the skill sets or not, whether they have the education or not, and you guys are providing that path. And it's not just like, oh yeah, you might be able to get there. We have these openings and opportunities. It's like you're literally laying out a clear path to promotion, to get there step by step. And that really helps people, see that this Fresenius is a place where they can start their career and then make it long lasting. And looks like we got a comment here. Make sure comments, questions, and job, get real-time responses. Okay.
And I'll share that our senior vice president of manufacturing for all of the Americas, North and South, because we are global, started in 1994 as a manufacturing engineer one, and has worked his way up since then, all the way up to the senior vice president level. And I could give you 100 examples, but I think we're short on time.
Well, Nick, if you could, the last 2 minutes, it's kind of off the cuff question, but what drives you? What gets you up in the morning? What makes Nick, excited about the day?
Patience. Patience. So I've been here for a little over 8 years. What we do is so incredibly important. We do have a YouTube channel, so I think that could give you a little bit more flavor, but our patients cannot survive without our products, without our services. So the work that we do is so important, not just to extend life, but also to make sure that our patients live a good life, a life worth living. Patients typically end up at a clinic for 3 to 5 days a week for 3 to 5 hours per visit, hooked up to a dialysis machine. That is really emotionally trying and challenging. And so everybody who works on my team and that I know that I work with cares so passionately about working a little bit more and a little bit harder so that hopefully we can deliver to literally millions of people around the world that have chronic kidney disease a little bit better outcome.
Wow. That's amazing, Nick. Thank you for your passion. Thanks for what you do. And again, if you're interested in starting a career at Fresenius, there's direct hire and temp to hire opportunities. Please, in the comments, write out more info as a comment, and that'll give a cue to our recruiters to reach out to you and give you more info. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you joining our panel, and we hope to have you back on our next one.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Steven, and thanks everybody for watching.
Take care. All right. Well, wasn't that incredible? Wow. You can tell that truly drives that guy, Nick, every single day. It feels good when you can feel like that going into work every day. I'm about to bring Adam from ReaderLink onto the panel here. Following Adam will be Hayden from Nutra. But before I do that, there's some comments on some other Facebook pages where this is just being shared to. It's not live directly, so I can't see the comments, but I've gotten the message to me. So I've got Nikki, love this. You guys are amazing. Oh, thanks, Nikki. Tanya, this is an awesome idea. I need to do this in a female voice. I would like to know how this works out. Jill, very cool. Lindsay, what a great idea. And then our IT sent us a message from the help desk saying, hey, what the heck is going on here? And then now he loves it. So super cool. Lots of fun. Adam Pereira. How do you say your name, Adam?
Perea.
Adam Perea. He's a HR recruiter for ReaderLink. I got to say, man, your background is probably the best we're gonna see on here. I love it. You are in it. You've got the vest on. You're hardworking. You probably had to skip your bathroom break just to make it in here.
Actually, I barely fit that in. Actually, so it's been crazy because I had a couple of walk-in interviews today, and we got some paperwork out to them, sent them off to go finish the process up. And then I was like, man, I got a couple minutes. I can hurry. So yeah, another appointment at noon. So it's been a busy morning.
Well, thank you for making time and jumping onto our Facebook Live. We cannot have a hiring event without ReaderLink. We've been a proud partner for many years with ReaderLink. And Adam, I believe, came up through Elwood at some point, making his way over to ReaderLink.
I worked. Back then, it wasn't Elwood; it was SOS Staffing at the time.
Yeah.
And I went into auto leave, and I did my time there for 9 years while I was going to school. And then, but yeah, I've been familiar with Elwood. I've great stuff that you guys have done for us, and we're big fans here. We try to do our best to communicate well with you guys, and because we know here at ReaderLink, it's a roller coaster at times, especially coming into the busy season. So
yes,
every partnership is important to us.
I could never work at ReaderLink for one reason. I am an avid reader. I read 100 pages a day, literally, and I do this at 3 or 4 in the morning. Yeah. And I would get fired. You would have to fire me, Adam, because
we would have discussions.
So Adam, tell us about ReaderLink, what you guys do, open positions, pay, and let's just take it from there.
Okay. So ReaderLink is one of the largest distributions of books in the United States. There's 5 other DCs along with us, including us. I mean, they're in Denton, Texas, Winder, Georgia, Romeoville, Illinois, and Salem, Virginia. And out of all 5 DCs, we are the largest operations with the highest tech in all DCs. And I mean, we're sitting in a 600,000 square foot warehouse. So it's a big operation that we run here. And we have a sorter that is just, phenomenal when it's full blown going. And it's crazy what that thing can push out the door for us. And that's why we need so many people, because we're about to go in our busy season. We're already starting to do stuff for the holiday seasons. We're getting ready for Halloween already.
Woo.
And then after that, we're right into Thanksgiving stuff, and then Christmas stuff in middle of November, and then December comes along, and we're getting ready for Valentine's Day. So we celebrate 2 months ahead. So we start to see the stuff flow through. Pay, I mean, right now we're looking for all shifts. We got the 10-hour shifts. We do 4 410s Monday. It's a Sunday through Wednesday, Wednesday through Saturday, and then right now our swing shifts is a Monday through Friday shift.
Nice.
And we're trying to change that to a 410 shift as well. So it's nice to have the 3 days off. I was in operations here as a supervisor when we first started the 410s, and I personally I love the Sunday through Wednesday swing shift. That was just perfect for me. And I try to tell people when you schedule time off, I mean, if you plan it right, you can almost have 2 weeks off. So it's pretty great stuff that we're trying to do here. The open positions that I have are order selector and picking. We have a great system. We call her Jennifer, and I tell people, they say, well, what's Jennifer? And I go, well, if you're a girl, it's probably your annoying best friend from high school. If you're a guy and you're talking to Jennifer, it's your work wife, your girlfriend.
Work wife. Okay.
She's going to push you to the limits, and she's going to tell you what to do and how to do it at that point. I mean, as guys, we all know how that goes. So
yes.
Like I said, the pay starts between $13 an hour. Shift differential is $15 or 50 cents more. And then other positions like our shipping, receiving, letdown operator, equipment operators get paid a lot more. And that's where it goes from 14 to 1650 around there, depending on the position and the shift.
That's incredible. That's really competitive. I love the shifts that you just outlined, because that is very parent friendly to have the kids in school right now.
Yes.
With the virtual days and the off days. And then you have those, students that they need a full-time job, but they also need to go to school full-time. And this is just a very friendly schedule. I mean,
yes.
Being able to do the 410s, that's just, they get that 40-hour work week, and they get the flexibility to be with their kids on the off days and to be, with their student, be able to focus on their schoolwork. So tell me, are there any part-time options for somebody that wants to take that down on a notch?
Part-time, we're looking to grasp that concept a little bit because of part-time. Right now, we've talked about it, and we're trying to make it an option available to part-time. So we're still looking into that. But we do have seasonal positions where we'll bring you on for the busy season, and it gives you the option to kind of see what happens in our operations. You will grasp what goes on here. And then, by December 31st, if you want to continue being a full-time employee, we can transition you, or we'll see you next year if you guys just want to come back next year, because I know some people can only do seasonal at the time, or it's their second job to make Christmas a little bit better for their kids, and we do offer seasonal positions here.
Okay, great. And then I've got to ask the question, Adam. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't. Do you get a discount on the books if you work there?
Yes, we do get a discount, and that's what's the great thing is you order internally, and and it's crazy. It goes through the same process as the other stores when they order. You'll get your box at the end of the day, or when the process is ordered, or when the order is processed, you get your nice little box, and it's in a reader link box, and there you go. You get to take it home, so you feel just like a real customer.
All right, hey Adam, one more thing. I just got a comment in another group. You ready?
Yeah.
OMG, your virtual party is the coolest thing ever.
This is cool. I like this.
You're getting fans there. All right, Adam. So again, reader link, you can apply direct hire through Adam. He is the corporate recruiter there. You can also do temp to hire through Elwood, and there's a couple agencies that Adam works with as well. So you don't have to go through Elwood. You can go through the other agencies.
Yep.
And let's get you out there. This is a great entry-level position. This is a great position for students, for parents that have kids in school that still need to work, and those who love books, just don't read while you're working, right?
Right. And to add onto your comment there, we offer benefits on day one on the spot. We add on there, like I said, the benefits kick in from day one. After 30 days, you get a nice life insurance policy just being an employee here. Your insurance is after day one. I mean, your 401k, you're automatically enrolled after 30 days. So that's what's great is you start your 401k plan right off the bat.
That is awesome. All right, Adam. Well, thank you. What's a phone number people can reach you at, or an email?
Can I say it now, or?
Yeah, say it.
What's that?
Go for it.
Phone number is 801-773-3303, extension 8500. And I have my email address posted, but it's kind of a pain, but just give me a call.
All right, Adam. Thanks again for coming on, representing
Thank
Reader
you for
Link.
this. This was a lot of fun.
All right, we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.
All right, take care. Wow. Oh my gosh, guys, this is a blast. We're an hour in. We're about to have Hayden Christensen from Nutraceutical join us, which is something I am super excited about. I can tell he's excited. I can see him in the lobby there, just smiling away. But we've had an incredible panel so far. Please ask questions if you have them. I've got recruiters monitoring all the different job boards. This is your time to connect with these HR managers and recruiters. And I would encourage you to apply at elwoodjobs.com immediately and call us. Give us a call. Talk to any of our recruiters. With that, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Hayden Christensen from Nutraceutical. Hi, Hayden.
How's it going?
I am freaking amazing, man. How you doing?
That's good. I want to preface this. I'm not the actor Hayden Christensen like in Star Wars. A lot of people think that, but that's really not me. I know. I'm sorry. I don't have the
you're letting me down. That's why everybody's joined us today. They've been waiting for you, Hayden. Well, Hayden, he's one of the HR partners at Nutraceutical out in the BDO. We have, staffed, been a staffing partner with Nutra for a long time. And things have just gotten crazy during this pandemic. And Nutra is just, their business is skyrocketing and they've brought a lot of people on board. They've done a lot of good things, raised wages. And I just could not have this event without you. So Hayden, talk to us about Nutra, talk about benefits, openings, and how people can get a hold of you. Let's make this happen.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on here at Nutraceutical, kind of like what Steven said. In the month of March and April, I think we placed between direct hires and you guys, I think we put about 400 people through. That's just.
Hold on. Stop for a second, Hayden. What did you just say? Say that again.
In March and April, we placed about 400 people.
Oh my goodness.
So I was cranking people through, and then as well as Premier, I hope that's okay that I talk about them. But we had
no problem at all. We're all friends.
Yeah. So it was busy, and that continues to be the same. And that's because we're growing. It's a fun time to be at Nutraceutical, just because we are getting different distributors and a lot of different people that are playing into our business. So it's a good time to be at Nutraceutical. We are hiring for a vast majority of different positions. That's anything from a shipper all the way up to more of the sciences. So I have batcher positions, I have forklift positions. And so those are really the key positions that I'm looking for. What we do, for those that don't know, but we're really in charge of supplements, vitamins, and stuff like that. And so we take it from the raw product all the way to the very end where we're packaging and distributing it. And so there's a lot going on here at Nutraceutical and a lot of opportunity.
Yeah. One thing that when you talk about opportunity, Hayden, I remember spending some time with your team there, talking to different supervisors, and I, found out that a lot of the supervisors came up through Elwood initially. And it seems like there's a pretty clear path to promotion to work your way from working out on the line, working in different departments into these lead roles. Tell us what that looks like. How does someone that has the drive, that, is motivated, they want to, they're good with people, they get the job down, how do they move into those positions?
Yeah, that's a good question. And really what we're trying to do here is we're trying to build a good team, because we are getting into places like Costco. We're getting into places like Target and Walmart and those bigger names, right? Nutraceutical used to be kind of more of a mom and pop shop. And we're trying to expand ourselves. And so there's a lot of fun stuff coming. And with that comes building the team, right? We need to make sure that we have the right people. And so there's a lot of opportunity to move up. And so it's people that have that drive, like you mentioned, Steven, just that drive and that passion, that have obviously the good attendance and everything like that. It's honestly, in my view, very easy to move up. So, and like you asked me to do, I didn't share this on before I ended. Our pay usually starts around 11 and it goes all the way up to 15 with shift differential.
Awesome.
Direct hires, we are doing an incentive bonus right now. If you know someone that works at Nutraceutical, there's a $300 referral bonus.
Woo!
I hope that's okay as well, Steven. But
Yeah, bring it on.
That's going on right now if you hire direct. So it is a fun time to be at Nutraceutical. We are so busy, but yeah.
Yeah, no, bring it on. $300 bonus. That is incredible incentive. And it's really hard, think about it. A lot of companies are struggling to find people when they're trying to be creative to get people to come back to work. And I think that's pretty creative. $300 referral bonus. I like that.
For both parties too. So the person that gets referred and the person that's referring, they both get $300. So.
Wow. When it comes to, working out at Nutra, Hayden, a lot of people, they're looking for a shift that is flexible around their current schedule, whether there's kids schedules, their school schedule, maybe they're already working a part-time or full-time job. Tell us, give us a summary of some of the shifts that are more friendly to the working parents that have kids in school or the students, etc.
Yeah. So I actually have a lot of students here. Where our flexibility is really found is in our distribution. The reason being is they're not running a line, right? They can kind of come and go as they need. So we do have a day. Most of our shifts are Monday to Friday. And then we have day swings and graves depending on the area. Like I mentioned, a lot of the flexibility is in distribution. And so that really can look from a noon to 5, to noon, as well as say like a 4 to 10. And so I have a lot of parents, I have a lot of students, whether that's at Weber or high school students, whatever it is, I have a lot of people that kind of need that flexibility. And so that is something that we offer. But we do have one department that's 410s. I'm not sure if they're hiring, but that kind of outlines kind of our structures.
Yeah. No, that's great. Hey, if anybody that's watching this, whether it's now or later, make sure you comment more info as you're watching this live feed or watching it post live. And if you're commenting more info during my interaction here with Hayden at Nutra, we're going to have a recruiter get in touch with you to talk to you about the openings, and we'll see if you're a good fit for temp to hire or direct hire. So again, just comment more info. Hayden, people are obviously want to know, what are these companies doing to try to keep COVID-19 from entering the workforce and spreading? What are some of the safety measures there in place that you can share with the group to help that stay out of the facility?
Yeah, it's just remembering to be safe at all times. So, I mean, we have temperature checkers in place at almost every door. Masks are required. I'm not wearing one because I'm alone.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we're doing. I
really like the temperature taking, that cannot be overlooked. And I know it's the summertime, people are going to walk in hot, but you give them the opportunity to cool down. But that can be such a great point to stop someone that might have COVID or even have the flu. I mean, we're entering flu season. We don't want the flu to spread just as much as we don't want
the flu any more than I want COVID, right? Yeah,
exactly.
So it's been hard, but it's been good. I mean, we're a company of about 1,300 employees, about 1,000 at BDO, and we've been fortunate enough to only have a handful, right? I mean, it's hard that we've had to have that handful, but given our numbers, I think it's pretty awesome that we've only had a handful of people that have come down with it, and luckily all of them have been able to come back to work, and they're back to work and up and running.
It's great. Well, Hayden, I'm gonna share a comment. It's in another group. I can't put it on this live feed because it's in a group that we're not live. We just shared it into. Someone here says, "I am seriously blown away. I was just on here. I think it's brilliant."
Awesome. Yeah, no, it's a great event. This is awesome.
All right. So anything else you'd like to share with the group?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things about Nutraceutical that I love is it offers stability, right? Independent of economic status going on in the economy, vitamins and supplements are something that people are always going to need, right? And so One of the best things about nutraceuticals, it is job security, right? We're not going anywhere. We've been around. We're probably been in the BDO longer than any other company. I can't say that for sure, but we're going to stay around and we're going to continue to expand. So come on down to nutraceutical.
Hayden, if I can add to that, when this pandemic hit us, and I mean, we had mandatory shut-ins in the state of Utah. Nutra was one of those companies that were considered what's the word?
Essential business.
Essential, yes, essential business. And many people just lost their jobs overnight and to no fault of their own. And it was so cool to be able to send these people that just lost their jobs, that are just worried and scared about everything, to be able to send them over to Nutra. You guys took incredible care of these people and helped them, make it a long-term stick. And so we can't thank you enough for being a staple in the community during a pandemic, helping people stay working, bringing an income that they can be proud of, and doing work that they can be proud of. So my hat's off to you. I appreciate everything that you do. All right. Thanks, Hayden.
See ya.
Take care. All right. So now we are, isn't that crazy? Are you guys having fun yet? We're an hour and 11 minutes in. We've had an incredible panel. I am excited to bring one of our staffing recruiters in here from the Ogden 30th branch. Little secret, I branch out of the 30th Street branch. And so I get to talk to Megan Hardy all the time. Welcome to Megan. She's like, oh, he does talk to me all the time. I can't stand it.
No.
So Megan, first, before we jump into what I think is just a great company, incredible pay, tell us about yourself. How long have you been with Elwood, and what do you do at Elwood?
I've been with Elwood for like a year and a half now, as of like this month is September. Yeah, this month. So a little bit, not too long, but long enough that I know a little bit, luckily. I'm a staffing recruiter here, so I recruit for most of the positions in the Ogden to Layton area and Brigham and Logan. I don't know them as well, but we're more than happy to help when they have the positions available. We do have positions specifically that work through our office that I work with that, I'll talk about a little bit later today. But one of our largest clients that we work with right now is Althea.
Althea, woo!
Yes.
What's Althea?
Althea is something that probably most people don't realize they know what it's called or what it is, but Althea is you
got a raving fan there. Look at that.
Althea is the dog food plant here in Ogden. So it is a staple within the Ogden community. Everyone knows the dog food plant. It's recently changed their ownership. So it's had some new things happen, some pretty great pay raises happen as they're looking to hire people on to help them stay on track with the needs that they have for the company that they are working for now. So,
all right. So we, unfortunately, we weren't able to get Althea on here just because they're so busy and they're having a lot of stuff going on out there. But, Althea is more commonly known as American Nutrition. They're off of 28th and Wall. They're the dog food plant, as people refer to. A lot of people, they're like, oh, I don't want to work in dog food. I hate the smell. And they never consider the company, but it's not that bad in there. But the other thing is, with face masks being a requirement now,
true,
you don't even smell it. It's like you're just any other.
Yeah. The secret is you just get some essential oils or something that smells good, put it on your mask, you're good to go.
Yeah. So Althea, to their credit, has recently raised their wages in the food plant, which we're recruiting for. And these are top dollar wages. Yes. Talk to us about the pay, the shifts, the job. Let's get into the details, Megan.
So with Althea, they did just recently do some pay raises. So most of the positions that we have out there right now are anywhere between $15, $16 an hour, just depending on what you're looking for. With the company themselves, they are working around the clock right now. So it's a really good way if you're looking to make some extra cash and really get in that overtime. This is a great company for that. You could be working a lot of hours and getting that extra cash that you're looking for. So they do have a couple 8-hour shifts. With those 8-hour shifts, it's working on one specific area where you are creating or helping to create the wet dog food that you see like when you buy for your dog at home. I buy it for my dog. Miko is very happy and very fat because of it.
Wait, hold on. Did you call your dog Miko?
Yeah. She looked like a raccoon when she was born. So we named her after the.
Okay, I have a black lab that I rescued a year ago, and his name is Miko.
Oh, how funny. Yeah.
How funny. How did I not know this? We work in the same office, Megan.
I don't know.
I thought we talked.
I guess we just don't talk enough. We'll have to.
All right, please continue. Sorry.
Anyway, so we mainly work with the can plant, which is the side that does the wet dog food. So with the wet dog food, it has to go through a full process. It starts off as a big block of meat. So with that block of meat, with the 8-hour shifts, you have to be comfortable lifting anywhere from 30 to 50 pounds throughout a shift. So
okay, pretty physical then.
Yep. If you're looking for something where you can get some exercise in so you don't have to work out after work, this is the job for you. You'll get some lifting in, I don't know. I don't work out, but it's good for you. So, but with that shift, it's 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then it goes from there. So they're 8-hour shifts. They're working 6 to 7 days per week. They're preferring to work 6 days a week until they're able to switch over to do like 3 days on, 3 days off, 2 days on, 2 days off when they can get that schedule going. They have other areas which are a little more specialized where they do require
specialized. Let's hear it.
Specialized machine operator experience. It's not specific machines. I only have one that they're really looking for specifics, but as long as you feel comfortable using a machine when you're working, I mean, that's something that you're able to do. With the machine operator positions, it's not only just that one position you're going to do. So in some areas, you might be helping load and unload the cans into the machine itself. In other areas, you might be doing palletizing. They do a lot of cross training. So it's not just getting to know one area, you're getting to know multiple areas. And with that, you have the possibility to move up. I mean, we just hired someone a couple weeks ago who started off at one of their lower positions. And then by the time
that phone is ringing off the hook.
I know.
They're probably
ready to get some jobs
right now. So if I may, the person that's calling, put more info in the comments and we'll have a recruiter reach out to you at any point during these panels. If you want to know more, put more info in the comments.
Yeah, do that. Text.
See, that got the phone stopped ringing right there. It's not ringing.
So what was I saying? Oh, machine operator positions.
Machine operators.
Palletizing, like I said, loading and unloading machines. In some areas, you're watching the cans as they go through just to make sure they don't have any defects or labels missing, holes. Sometimes machines have some issues, so things don't come out perfectly. So that's where you come in to make sure that the best product is going out to the client. With that, as I was saying, they do cross training. So we hired someone a couple weeks ago, started out at one of their lower positions just because he didn't have all of the qualifications to be able to work in one of the higher positions. But because you are working, I mean, they're doing 12-hour days in a lot of the areas. So if you're working 12-hour days, you're basically, getting 2 weeks worth of work almost in a week. So he showed that he was able to get a lot of experience, train quickly, and he's been moved up. Got bumped up to a different pay rate. It has a lot of possibilities. And because of the overtime they're doing right now, they're able to also hire you on faster. So if you're looking for somewhere to get hired on with that opportunity to grow within, Alphea is a great opportunity for that. They really are looking to find people who they want to keep and who are willing to grow within to be able to get into those managerial positions. So it's got a lot of great opportunities.
Yeah, Alphea, I probably shouldn't say this, but it's been a recruiting ground for talent from other companies. We see the best of the best coming over to Alphea, which is fantastic for Alphea and great for you if you're looking for a company that you can be proud of and work for people that you want to work for and get along with.
Exactly.
Okay, so pay rates one more time before we let you go, because it's all about the money, Megan.
Pay rates, really, I think the lowest I have out there right now is 13, and it goes as high as $16 to $17 an hour, just depending on your experience. Again, it's mainly just machine operator experience. So if you have that previous machine operator experience, give me a call. You can call me, call Ron. I work with him as well. Eric, any of us, we're happy to go over it with you and find a position that would work best for you.
Awesome. Well, Megan, I think we're going to have you later on in the show again.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us. And again, if you want more info about Althea, type in more info in the comments. And as this Facebook user states, love Megan, go see her. And I concur. Go see Megan. Talk to her about Althea.
Yeah, come see me.
All right. Thanks, Megan. Okay. Wow. Feels like we're just getting started. In fact, we are. We've seen, we've had someone from Autoleave, ES Quality, Nutraceutical, ReaderLink, Fresenius. Now we've just talked about Althea. As you can see, these wages are great wages. These are good people, great companies, just an incredible opportunity. So if you've been, wondering what it would look like to get back into the workforce, well, here's a perfect example. You're meeting the people that you're going to be working for. And I'm sure you'll agree with me. These are the type of people you want to work with. These are the companies you want to work for. So let us help you get into these positions. It is 12:20. I'm right on track, right on schedule. And by the way, Wendy, if you're out there from Brill, please join us again. I know you had technical difficulties, but we want you on the program. So come on back. Maybe Megan, if you're watching this, or Derek, if you could look up Wendy's phone number in the last couple email chains or her email, and see if you can get in touch with her and help her get back on the program. We want her on. But I am going to add Andrew Larson, the branch manager of the Layton, Utah branch. He's going to talk to us about one of his favorite companies to staff for in Layton. Lifetime, and he's going to walk us through some of the openings in multiple departments, as well as the pay rates and shifts. So this would be a good time to ask lots of questions, leave some comments. So Andrew, why don't you introduce yourself first?
My name's Andrew Larson. I'm here in the Layton office, just down the road here from Lifetime. I have been with the company for, I don't even know how long now. It's all a blur. Yeah, I was going to say, it seems it's just been such a great opportunity. So a lot of exciting things that we have going on right here in our office. The biggest one, obviously, is with Lifetime products. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with this. I'm sure the majority of you are at this point, because as we've all been going through this stuff together, Lifetime is supplying a lot of these fantastic products that everybody is going out and buying, anywhere from kayaks to coolers as you're going camping, chairs, outdoor equipment, you name it, they are providing. It's just fantastic, high quality products that a lot of us are, I'm sure, especially during this time, have become more and more familiar with. So the nice thing is right now they have multiple opportunities. Lifetime's demand is through the roof. And so the exciting piece about them is job security is there and well into the future, because they just can't keep their products on the shelves long enough. So it's a good problem to have. So
that was, that reminds me, I remember reading a news article about Lifetime sending basketball hoops to the NBA players during the lockdown. That was a pretty big deal. That was really cool to see Lifetime come out and send those out to these NBA players. When they couldn't go and practice in a gym, they had to stay home. They needed to practice.
Yeah, and all of a sudden there goes the demand goes up. I mean, definitely. I mean, jumping in for those folks that to keep our sports going, as well as for individual folks out there, they continue to crank out that demand there for sure.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into the mud here, Andrew. Let's talk pay and shifts, type of work. Let's maybe jump right into the metals area of Lifetime, the metals department. What are we looking at there?
So the metals department, the exciting piece about them as well is you have opportunities across all shifts. Now, every shift right now, if you're it's a great time because if you're looking to make some extra cash, they are running overtime right now. So that is the even more exciting piece is if you're looking to go back to work, looking to make up a little ground, they're going to need you. So they have it across all shifts. The day shift is starting at 6:30 a.m. Swing shift starts at 3, and then grave starts at 10:30. And so across the metals department, they definitely have that need. And you have opportunities all throughout their department. So anywhere from quality control, just monitoring the different tubing and the different pieces of metal that go into their products, and as well as just reshaping things there. And so they, again, great opportunity.
How much per hour on days, swings, and graves?
So the day shift right now is at $14 an hour, swing shift 15, and grave shift $15.50. So which right now is huge because they actually bumped that up by $2 an hour from what it used to be. Yeah. And the even better thing is from day one, you do a great job. They're looking to hire you on, and so they've been a great company. They've got good benefits, and so the opportunity is there, the pay is there. So that is what we have just over in the metals department.
That's awesome. When you look at that pay, that is very competitive compared to a lot of the other companies out there in the Freeport Center. And when you're looking for that something to replace the wages you might have been getting on unemployment, oh man, this is right up there. I mean, that's going to put you where you need to be. And the schedule, very flexible. I like the idea that right now there's a lot of overtime. People are trying to get some extra money for a rainy day, and this is the opportunity to have that rainy day fund. So I think that's huge. So what about over in the plastics area, Andrew? You want to spend a quick minute or two?
Yeah. So the plastic side is very similar from a production standpoint. The shifts are very similar as well. Right now, the plastics is looking for people on both the day and swing shift. The nice thing is you're still looking at that on the day shift of $14 an hour, and then as well as on the swing shift, you're at 15. So still, they are also looking for that additional income on those when you bump up as far as your overtime that they're looking for.
Yeah.
Also, the nice thing is with both of those, I want to mention, as soon as you are hired on with them, they'll also give you a raise in addition to that. You're still bumping up anywhere from $1 to $2 an hour.
What?
And so, I mean, yeah, you didn't think it would go any higher, but it does.
And there's more.
Exactly. Just when you don't think it stops, it just keeps going.
And, short conversion period over there with Lifetime. And so you're looking at, 60 days, to 90 days where you have the opportunity to get hired on to their payroll and be getting that bump in pay. So if you're making $15 an hour, you might be making $16, $17 an hour. And that's awesome. That's a great incentive.
No, it's been a good one for them. So, and then that actually leads us all over, because I know we're kind of getting tighter on time here.
Sure.
That leads us over to their additional department. They have their shipping and receiving and their lumping. And that one is the day shift. That one pays $14 an hour, and they have multiple openings. And then also on that side, they are willing to take people who are just looking for part-time as well. So that's just a recent one that they just opened up. Because again, their demand, they're trying to get stuff in and they're trying to get it out. So, and then last but certainly not least, we have their housekeeping department.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that. Okay, so tell us more about housekeeping.
So housekeeping is nice because it gives you just the general housekeeping duties that you'll go through. You'll follow through the different shifts and help them to clean up, like through the plastics department, as well as helping them clean and sanitize the break rooms and that through there. So they're very good to work with. It's a more relaxed schedule. They're not pressing overtime there, so it's a 5-day a week. The day shift starts at 7 a.m. The swing shift starts at 3. And so it's a good opportunity for folks. That one is the day shift pays $11 an hour and the swing shift pays $11.25. So again, so many opportunities out there. If you're looking, great company to be a part of.
Okay. Well, appreciate your time, Andrew. Lifetime, just an incredible opportunity. Sorry we weren't able to get him on this time and with the short notice. It's a cool thing about these virtual job fairs. You don't have to take a month to plan an event. Like this was hours of planning. And that's the great thing about technology. You can just throw it all together in a couple hours and make it happen. Let's, wow, I just got a notification. This live has been shared. Guess how many times, Andrew?
5.
122 times.
Fantastic.
That is insane. That is awesome. There's 122 places people are seeing you, Andrew.
That can be good and bad. That can be good and bad. And hopefully as we transition to Ashley, that's going to be a lot better experience for him.
All right. Well, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you jumping on. And we're right on schedule. I've never been on schedule in my life. This is incredible. 12:30 p.m. We are going to jump over to Ashley Zorko. She is a recruiter out of the Layton office. So 2 heavy hitters there. And she's going to talk to us about some openings. Look, never mind. She's switching cameras. She's going to talk to us about some openings that we have with Kroger in the bakery. We'll have a special guest later on, real shortly from here, from the dairy, someone from their team. And so, Ashley, let's get you added here. While Ashley's coming, Heidi, welcome back. Look at that job fair booth. See, that's a traditional job fair booth. Looks great on Heidi, but that's not what we're looking for. You're muted. Sorry.
Now is that better?
Traditional job fair booth right there with Heidi. Ashley Zorko. All right. Let's see if we can get her added to the stream. Ashley, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right. Heidi, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later. Ashley Zorko. She is one of the newest additions to the Elwood team, and she's going to talk to us about some openings we have with Kroger in the bakery department. So, Ashley, welcome.
Thank you.
Right before you start,
yeah,
comment below more info with any of these positions, and we'll have a recruiter reach out to you. With that, Ashley, go right ahead.
Awesome. So we do have a great opportunity at our Smith's Bakery production. It's awesome because it can fill part-time, full-time, overtime. It offers everything for those potential candidates. We have graveyard shifts, day shifts. In the bakery production, they're watching the product come down the line. They're helping do the packaging to get everything shipped out to those stores. The nice thing about that as well is they have the flexibility as far as getting hired on a lot sooner, a lot quicker by doing those extra shifts. So it's a good opportunity. We do 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on our days, 5:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. obviously on our graveyard shift. And like I said, they can do part-time 2 shifts a week, full-time's 3 to 4, or even overtime 5 to up to 6 shifts a week. So
this is just one of my favorite shifts. I just think it's so cool. You can pick 2 days or more. They're 12-hour shifts. You can either do the 5 a.m. shift or the 5 p.m. shift, but this is super friendly to all types of candidates, right?
Absolutely. If you work a regular day job Monday through Friday, you can pick up weekends. So it's something that you have, the flexibility on there.
So walk us through, what are we doing in the bakery? Are we, playing with cookies and cakes, mopping floors? What goes on in the bakery?
I mean, that depends on what you spill, but as far as mopping floors, no, they're just watching the product come down the line, checking it for quality, and then the packaging, making sure everything's packaged, labeled, so we can get it boxed up and shipped out.
Awesome.
It's not bad.
Yeah, we really enjoy working with Kroger, working with the dairy, working with the bakery, and all those really neat cupcakes that you get in all the Kroger stores. You get to you have that quality control. You get to see those come down the line, eat one here and there. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. One thing to keep in mind is if you're gluten intolerant, there's a lot of, flour in the air from work, just naturally cycling through. Not like it's just there all the time, but it's there sometimes. So if you're like me, I have celiac disease. I just touch flour and my hands break out in rashes. May not be the best area, but if you're not, gluten intolerant, if you can handle flour, touching flour with your hands, you're going to have no problem here in the bakery. So what are the wages? Tell us the wages again out in the bakery.
Day shift is $13 an hour, and then our graveyard shift is $13.50.
$13.50. Awesome. And so I can literally pick the days I want to work, Ashley.
Yes.
So if I want to work, let's just say Saturday, Sunday, I don't want to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I do want to work Thursday, I can do that.
Yep, absolutely. As long as we have the availability. And right now we have open availability on shifts. So they are 7 days a week. So like you said, pick your shifts.
Woo! Okay. And what are the qualifications for somebody? What kind of experience do they need?
They don't need any experience as far as production. We have our regular background checks and our drug screens that we do. But other than that, there's no required experience.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I think with that, if you don't have experience, we want you to be coachable, trainable, just like ES Quality Net that we spoke with earlier today. They have a really close knit team there in the bakery. People work well together. Everybody gets along. They care about who they work with. And so definitely we want someone with a good attitude that wants to, make a difference. And if you have that type of mindset, you're gonna get along really well and go far in that position. And then can correct me if I'm wrong. You can actually apply for direct hire after temp to hire. You can go and be hired on if you're the right fit. Is that right?
Absolutely. And depending on how many shifts you're working a week, that could take anywhere from 2 to 3 months.
Yeah. And the pay goes up from where you're at drastically. Absolutely. We're talking 15, 16, 17 an hour. Oh, cool. My phone, it's like Google was on there and it was just listening to everything I said and it was typing it. That's weird. All right, Ashley, anything else you want to share with the group before we move into our next segment?
That's everything.
So how do they apply? Who do they talk to?
Well, of course, they're going to want to come into the branch and chat with us. They're just going to need to go to elwoodjobs.com, make sure they get registered, give us a call. We'll set them up for an interview, get them in here, get everything taken care of, and then set them up with orientation. We do have a small orientation that we do for the bakery side. It takes about 40 minutes, and our branch manager here conducts that.
Oh, so Andrew does the orientation, huh?
He does.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Ashley. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Wow. Hasn't this just been crazy? We are getting over 50 loves and likes between all the different groups. That's great. Shared 122 times. Whew, that is amazing. So we're going to go back to one of our hosts here, Heidi Bencomo. Hello, Heidi. You're on mute again. Sorry.
How about now?
There you go.
Okay.
It is Heidi's turn to talk to us about all of her jobs out in Logan, Pepperidge and Presto, and maybe a couple others. And so if you're in the Cache Valley area, this is your time to tune in because Heidi is going to give you all the good news right there from her job booth in her office.
We've actually got quite a few jobs, and we have them just rolling in on a daily basis. We actually just got another job today. We got 2 other jobs yesterday. I mean, it has been insane over here. We are so excited for these opportunities. Over at Pepperidge, one of the companies that you had mentioned, great company to work for. Everybody loves working there. They really do have a great reputation around here. Everybody knows them as the cookie factory. So kind of following down the line from the previous conversation that we just had, this is a cookie factory. They have the production line, warehouse work, all sorts of different jobs over there. We do have some different clerical positions over there that's opened right now. We just got another job in for them today, paying $18 an hour.
What?
Just insane over here.
Okay.
I know that is such a
All right,
good
so-
wage for people.
You know, clerical, people don't think clerical positions in Elwood in the same sentence, but we have quite a few clerical positions that we recruit for. And one for $18 an hour, Heidi. Tell me more.
Well, this is, I mean, you're going to be working over in the supply area. So it's doing some different analyzing as far as their supply chain is concerned. And so you're going to be working in that department. This is skilled labor, so it is something that you'll need experience on. But if you don't have experience, we have other clerical jobs. Like you said, a lot of people just don't think that we have those kind of jobs, but we actually have quite a few of those jobs. One of the other times, or jobs that we have is working at a call center, helping to schedule interviews and candidates. So it's
Nice.
one of those clerical positions, completely entry level. You just have to have a good speaking voice, and you will be the face when people come into the company for a little while there. So you do need to be able to dress in business casual, much like you're seeing here at the job party today. I've got my little suit coat, but this is just fine for business casual.
Am I too casual here? Should I get a tuxedo?
You might need a tuxedo to get, no, I'm just kidding. No, you don't. You really don't, I promise. It's a great opportunity to get some experience in that one. We have a lot of HR students that always are asking for those positions, you know, as far as internships are concerned. However, this is not like an internship. It is paid. So that is a wonderful opportunity to get your foot in the door and try to get some experience like that under your belt that you can add to your resume. It is only a short-term position, only just 1 to 4 weeks, but they are looking for someone to start as soon as possible. So if you're interested in that, hit me up. I'll get you a job.
Woo.
And then the final clerical position that we have is going around to about 5 different stores and doing some survey work for a company that just called in for someone to do that. And they are paying not only hourly, but they're also paying for your mileage to drive to and from the locations.
Wow.
You get paid to drive, which is awesome.
That is awesome. So Heidi, you got quite a few jobs out there, but from my understanding, for those HR recruiters out there, you've got a lot more people than you have jobs there in Logan.
Ready for this?
I'm ready.
Do you see this?
Oh my gosh, that looks like a bill from Congress. Like,
This
you
is
know,
applicants.
you're kidding.
I'm not kidding you. Seriously, this is applicants. These are skilled laborers. These are not just like your regular, you know, I've worked at McDonald's for 2 years, or I have a job that only lasted a week and I've had 18 of those. These are like actual skilled resumes. These are people who are wanting jobs right now, and we are looking for homes for them very diligently.
That's a lot of homes, Heidi.
It is a lot of homes, and we are just trying our hardest to get them into those homes and in those jobs and trying to help them. Everybody's coming back because of COVID. It was shut down for a while, and everyone is coming back and just begging and pleading for a job. And we have so many applicants, we don't even know what to do with it. And our jobs are just flying right out the door.
Okay, I have to do this because it's Annette walking around, going to work. We got to show you how hard our managers work. Look at Annette. She is doing this live feed, walking around, working. She has no idea that I've even thrown her on the screen. Annette, you're amazing. I'm going to turn that off so I don't get in trouble later.
I'm pretty sure you're already in trouble, Steven.
I know. I'm always in trouble. Always getting in trouble. All right. So that's awesome. If you're in the Cache Valley market, make sure you reach out, talk to Heidi. There's just so many openings out there, and so many companies that are looking for talented individuals. So you saw that stack of resumes that Heidi was holding. She is trying to find a home for every single one of those people. So if we don't have the job that you're interested in right away, don't be afraid to not send your resume, because we will skill market you. We will get you out to in front of these prospective clients, and we'll get you the job of your dreams, the job that you can be proud of. So
We actually just had somebody come into our office who was looking for some forklift work, and we unfortunately didn't have an opening for a forklift driver. We sent him off to some of our companies, and one of our companies came back and was like, we actually just had an opening. We were, just starting to post on, and they hired him on the next day. They brought him in for an interview and hired him on that day. So he came in, we didn't have an opening for him, but we were still able to get him a job that day.
That's crazy. Okay, so what's one tip you could give job seekers that are right now, they're in a company, they have a job, they don't love it. Maybe it's the pay, maybe it's the supervisor. They don't have time to come in and go through the whole hiring process. Maybe they're a little scared that their employer will catch on that they're looking. What advice do you give them, Heidi, to make the move, to come over to Elwood and work for a company that they would absolutely love?
Honestly, we understand that it's stressful for people. We understand that you just don't have the time to sit down for, 5 hours or something like that and try to go around job searching. It takes so much longer. I recently was looking for jobs. I've only been here for, 6 months now. It hasn't even been that long. Feels like forever. But when I was going through the job market, it was like a week long of just searching and searching and searching through jobs and trying to find a great position. I didn't have anybody on my side. It was just me trying to find jobs. It's stressful. We completely understand that. And we are here to make your life easier. That's one thing that we very much so pride ourselves over here, especially in the Logan area, is we will walk you through the whole process. We will help you through it. If you're feeling stressed about it, let us worry about the stress. We'll take that stress off of your shoulders, and we'll get you into a job that you're going to love, something that you're going to enjoy doing. If you're looking for, like a forklift position, a warehouse position, we will do what it takes to get you anything that you're needing. If you want some clerical work, I've got jobs. If you want shipping clerk positions, I've got jobs. If you are looking for entry-level positions where you don't need any experience because you're just out of high school, I have jobs, and I will get you set up on them. Please stop worrying about it. Please stop going to all these different job sites and racking your brain and then feeling that defeat when nobody calls you back for an interview.
Yeah.
That's the most depressing thing that you've ever gone through in your life, is when you're putting yourself out there and nobody comes back in and says, hey, we want to look at you for this job. After so many rejections, it's just hard to take anymore. So quit worrying about those rejections. Let me do the worrying for you and help you and get into a good job.
Awesome. Well stated, Heidi. Well, thank you, Heidi. Again, Cache Valley, you looking for jobs, talk to Heidi, talk to Paula. They're going to take good care of you. I'm going to jump over right to Atisha in our Brigham City office. After Atisha, we get to bring on one of the HR trainers from Kroger, Eliza. We are so excited to have her. She's in the lobby right now, just smiling away, excited to jump onto this. So we're going to jump right into what we have in regards to Autoleave and the 3 different facilities there outside of Brigham City. So Atisha, I know you're in the office, you're helping people right now, so this might get cut short, but let's jump into it. Talk to us.
All right. So, hey, everybody. I'm here in the Brigham City Elwood Staffing Branch. Here in Autoleave, I have 47 openings at the Brigham City Autoleave alone. I also have 8 positions out at Tremont and 4 positions out at Promontory. Most of my positions are the 8-hour shift graves or swing shifts. And then I do have those 4 Promontory shifts that are the 12-hour shifts. However, those days you get either 4 days off or 3 days off per week. So I am super excited. We hold physicals for Autoleave every single Tuesday and every single Thursday. And if you can only do a physical assessment for Autoleave on any other days, we will try to work our best to getting you in for a physical assessment for Autoleave on all of those other days with our therapist.
So Atisha, people hear physical assessment and they think they're going to have to go see a doctor and run on a treadmill. It's pretty intimidating. So what are we talking about? What is this physical assessment?
So the physical assessment is like an Autoleaf specific assessment that tests your overall like strength and your durability. Your durability, that type of stuff. Just to see if you are a good fit for the position. It is a really easy physical assessment, I think. It's a series of grip tests, flexibility, a push-up, and then sit-ups. I mean, you're in the
I can't do push-ups or sit-ups. You're killing me.
Well, you need to start trying.
Oh, okay. You're preaching to me now.
I am.
No, it's okay. You just do your best. While we're talking, she's Skyping me privately. See if she's got volume or not. So I'm going to add her to the stream real quick to see if this is working here. Eliza, can you hear us?
They're ahead of schedule.
Okay, we can hear you.
Oh my gosh, here, do you want?
Oh, that was a test. Okay, hold on, guys. Let's have some fun here. We could hear you. So I'm going to talk to I'm just texting Eliza. We can hear us. She can't hear. We can hear her. She can't hear us. So I'm going to have her after we're done. Atisha, we'll just have her talk about everything, and we just won't say anything to her.
That's perfect.
All right, Atisha. So what's the starting pay between the different shifts?
So, we do have very minimal day shifts available. They start at $13.25 an hour. Then both of my swings and my graveyard shifts at Brigham City and Tremonton are $14.31. And then at Promontory, where they are the 12-hour shifts, I have day shifts starting at $14.39 an hour, and then I have graveyards that is $15.39 an hour. So it's great pay for really awesome work. And you're also helping save lives while you're out working at Autoleave as well. So that is a huge benefit.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's really neat to hear the stories about survivors that are associates working out at Autoleave that have gotten in an accident, and it's an airbag that was assembled out of that facility that saved their life. Just amazing.
Yep. It's an awesome company to work for. They have wonderful benefits. Once you are hired on, which could take as little as 3 months, you get benefits day one once you're converted over to being an Autoleave employee. And they do employee benefits, employee perks. Like they have ice cream days, for heck's sakes, that they get ice cream to all of their employees. Even Elwood Associates, they get all of those perks.
I love ice cream.
Right, me too. Who doesn't?
That's my Achilles heel. Ice cream and pizza, if I could combine the two, which maybe I've tried that before, maybe I haven't, I don't know.
You plead the fifth?
Yes. And it doesn't help that I'm gluten and dairy intolerant, right?
Oh, no, not at all.
That's asking for trouble.
They do have lactose-free ice cream now.
No, thank you. Give me the lactose.
Then never mind.
I'm going to suffer through it. Just give it to me.
Right?
I enjoy it. All right. So how do people apply, Atisha? How do they go through the hiring process remotely versus in person? What does that look like?
Well, we can get you onboarded anyway. Really, whatever is more convenient to our associates. I have associates walking in every day. We can do that process in the office here with them sitting at our desks, and we can add them into the system, get them 100% hire ready, and then get them drug screened, and then we can get them started out at somewhere as soon as the next day. Or we can do like a phone interview. I've pretty much done 4 of them already this morning. So we are very flexible with however is more convenient for our associates to do interviews or do the process.
Awesome. All right, Atisha, we are a little bit ahead of schedule here. This next one's gonna be really fun because we're gonna wing it with Eliza. She cannot hear us, but we can hear her. So I'm going to private chat and let her know when we're ready. This is Eliza here. She is an HR trainer for Kroger, and we have, and this is for the dairy side of Kroger in Layton, Utah. Great pay, great benefits. This is a temp to hire opportunity, similar to the bakery where you can pick some of your shifts. They got days and graves. So without further ado, ready? I'm just Skyping her. All right, you're live.
Hello. Oh, good. Okay, so I cannot hear you guys, but they have said you can hear me. So let me tell you a little bit about Layton Dairy. My name is Eliza Croft. I am the HR training coordinator here at Layton Dairy. Layton Dairy is located in Layton. It's right behind the Sam's Club in Layton. And so it's close and it's a good location. If you're living anywhere between Ogden and Bountiful, that's usually where our employees are coming from, and it's a good, easy commute. So here at the Layton Dairy, it is a production factory job that you'd be looking into. We make milk, ice cream, popsicles, cottage cheese, sour cream, dip. We make all kinds of stuff. So that being said, we also have many different shifts that make it easy for different lifestyles. So we have shifts that are 3-13s. So you work 3 days a week, 13-hour shifts. So if that works better for your life, we have that. Or we have 4-10s or 5-8s. So there's lots of different options, and hopefully one of those will be able to work with you and what's important for you outside of work as well. We have lots of different benefits. We have health insurance, dental insurance, vision insurance. We start at $15 an hour. If you apply directly, you can always go through the temp agency and do a temp to hire position. We get lots of individuals that come through the temp agency. So it's a great way to come aboard if that's something you're interested in doing. We also have insurance, other benefits such as vacation, personal days, sick leave, and we have 6 paid holidays. So that's nice. We also have short-term disability and long-term disability. We have, let's see. Oh, so we also have great opportunities for you to earn your raises here, which I love. So we do an HPWS system. Or HPW system. So it's high performance work system. What that means to us is that we are trying to make it so almost any individual can swap places and do that job as well. So you want to know all the jobs, but we also encourage individuals to be able to try to fix the machine if it jams or if you have any issues with it. So that's kind of where the high performance work system comes in. We're trying to make it so you just have more knowledge and more clarity to what you're actually doing, so you can fix issues without having to wait on maintenance or without having to wait to hear from someone else. So that's kind of what we're aiming for. So with that being said, we use tech packets to get our raises. So that is a great thing for any associate here. It all depends on how motivated you are to learn more jobs. I mean, we already start out at 15, and then it's pretty simple to get all the way up to around $23 within 2 years of working here. So yeah, that is a huge jump. So, but it's very possible within 2 years, and we have many associates that have done that. So yeah, please apply. You can apply at jobs.kroger.com directly, or you can go through Elwood and they can get you a temp position here if you just want to test the waters and see if it's something you would enjoy. We would love to see some new faces.
All right. Thank you so much, Eliza. I know you can't hear us, and I could be saying something crazy about you, and you wouldn't even know. But thank you, and it's really neat to give the opportunity for people to either do temp to hire or direct hire. Temp to hire, you're making between $13 and $13.50 an hour depending on the shift, and then and on direct hire, $15 an hour and up. And like Eliza said, you could be making well over $20 an hour within a couple of years, and that is something to be proud of. That is just incredible. Kroger, if you watch the news at all, I mean, they've come up with their own COVID-19, fast test. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's a COVID-19 test, self-test that you can take at home, and looks like that is becoming more and more available. So Kroger is doing some really cool things, not just in the dairy and the bakery. They've actually got these health tests or COVID-19 tests. So glad that you're here, Eliza. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a partner with Elwood. And if you're interested in working out at Kroger in Layton, please let us know. Give us a call. We can get you into the dairy or the bakery. So thanks, Eliza.
See you guys. Thanks.
All right. That was fun. You can't even tell she couldn't hear us, right? Okay, so I have breaking news that I have to bring to you right now from the news deck. We have our other moderator, Heidi. She's got something she needs to share with us right now. So Heidi, welcome. What's this breaking news? What's all the fuss?
So we just got a call in. This is the most amazing opportunity I've ever seen in my life. We have 4 people a week that we're needing to get set up at a job in Lewiston. This is amazing pay. It's $15.37 an hour. And then you get paid double every time you work a Sunday. So it's not just overtime, it's double time for the whole 12-hour shift. So essentially you're working for 12 hours, getting paid for 24 every Sunday that you work. You get every other weekend off. It rotates between days and nights, guys. This is just a mind-blowing opportunity. We are so excited. This facility has been amazing to combat all of the COVID stuff. They are keeping reduced people in there to do the interviews and whatnot so that they can keep that social distancing, keeping under 10 people in one room at a time. Face masks, the whole shabam. They are amazing to work with, wonderful benefits when you get hired on over there, as well as the benefits through Elwood Staffing. It is like, seriously, I can't even tell you. I'm over here like jumping for joy and in so much excitement. And I can't even with life. I'm like shaking and I want to cry because this is such an amazing opportunity. It's just, this company is, I even have my husband working over there right now through Elwood. Wow. We just got him a job because he was laid off. So I just got my husband a job over there, and he has been over the moon with the company. They have been wonderful to him, amazing coworkers. His best friend works there. I mean, I can't stress how amazing this opportunity is. If you
tell us the pay one more time.
I'm sorry, what was that?
So what's the wages one more time?
$15.37 an hour, double time on Sundays.
That is odd. Double time.
Double time, not just time and a half. It is double time. So you get paid over $30 an hour when you work a Sunday.
All right. So breaking news, breaking jobs over there in Cache Valley, Heidi. Annette, you are out there. I'm looking at your screen here in the panel. And I just want to show Annette here just real briefly, real life working conditions over in ES Quality inside of Autoleave. Annette, how you doing? I don't know. I want to show you some of the PPE we have here in place. Annette's there, social distancing, has a face mask on. She's obviously sitting down at a desk, and this is just a real life scenario. It's really cool to see you there, Annette. So thanks again. We'll kick you off the screen here. All right, so we are 2 hours into. Has it felt like 2 hours, Heidi?
No, maybe 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Maybe.
It's now 1:05 p.m. We've got still quite the cast lineup here. We're really excited. And so I'm going to jump over. We've talked about a lot of light industrial positions. We've got this breaking news from Heidi about some positions there in Cache Valley, great paying positions. Heidi shared earlier about some clerical positions. And so I want to hit more onto the clerical positions. And so I want to cue in Megan, who's one of our, not only a recruiter in the Ogden branch, but she's our clerical recruiter. And so, Megan, we want to welcome you to the stream, to the panel, and talk to us about some of the clerical positions that we have in the Ogden market. Talk about what people need to do to apply for clerical with their resumes and how the process works, and as well as anybody out there that's recruiting for some clerical administrative positions. How they can go, how we've got a dedicated recruiter, you, Megan, to help them with that. So start wherever you want. Let's run with this.
Okay, so easiest way to get in with the clerical positions, a lot of my clerical clients, they do require having a resume on file. So if you call in and you're wanting to know more about it, I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. I'll get some information from you about previous work history, what you've done, but it's best to send in your resume to me, and I'll give you my email and everything if you're interested. I have a Facebook account. You can find me. It's under Elwood, so super easy, but it's best to show what you've done on your resume, and it's not just like have a title of what your job was, where it was, and that's it, the dates. It's important to have dates as well. Please make sure to put that on, even if it's just a year. It just helps me have a better feel as to your type of experience. But when it comes to the details of what you did in your job, whether it was customer service, whether you were computer-based, phone-based, a lot of the time people tend to think they hear clerical, they think they have to have like a receptionist type experience, and you don't. When it comes to clerical, a lot of the time, the biggest thing is customer service, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for someone who is able to communicate with whoever is calling in, whoever is asking questions, and be courteous and be able to help them in any way possible. So that's really what I look for mainly is customer service skills. So that could mean you're working in a restaurant. It could mean you are working at a local retail company. There's a lot of options for customer service. It's not just based on, I was working on a computer all day or I was recruiting all day. There's a lot of options as to how I can fit in customer service for clerical positions. A lot of the positions I work with right now are more of the entry-level positions. So if you're looking to get into that clerical realm, this is a great way to do it. One of my clients is a financial institution here in the Ogden area. They really pride themselves on their customer service. I bank with them. They're great. I love them. A lot of people in Utah bank with them. So they are very well known and well respected within the community just because of what they do.
Yeah.
When it comes to entry-level positions, like I said, if you need a little bit of coaching, I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. If you're not really sure if it's something you're comfortable with, I can always send you a job description with a little more detail just to be able to see it. I'm much more of a visual person, so I have a hard time when someone's just talking to me over the phone and I can't keep up sometimes. So it's easier if I'm able to send you some information as well. And then if you have questions, you can follow up with me. If you're just not really sure what to put on a resume, I'm more than happy to help you with that. I'm not a professional, but I've looked at a lot of resumes.
Yeah, I want to hit on that for a second, Megan. A lot of people think a resume should just be your name, your address, the companies you've worked for, the dates, and then they cut and paste like job duties. And a better way of looking at a resume is, what's a day in a life look like working for Megan or working alongside Megan? Like, how does a resume reflect a day in the life of what Megan does? And when you can do that with your resume, you're really going to take that much further than anyone else's resume, because it stands out. Like, instead of saying, great customer service skills as a bullet point under your job description.
Yeah. Show me what your great customer service skills
are.
Like,
we had 98% customer satisfaction for 8 months due to our customer service initiative. And just different things like that, really pointing out what your great customer service skills are a result of what? What did you do? Your good sales skills are a result of what sales accomplishments and what sales attributes, what leadership attributes. And if you can get that on your resume, you're going to go really far. And Megan can help you with that because she's quite the resume writer.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, and I mean, that's a question I go over as well when I'm talking to someone is day to day, tell me a little bit about what you did, just because it gives me a better idea. I think sometimes it's easy to see like great customer service skills or computer data entry, but I need to know like what you were specifically doing. Like if it were me, I'd be like, I made anywhere from 10 to 30 phone calls in a day where I'm customers, helping to be able to find the best fit for them. Other areas it might be I was doing data entry and helping with back-end hiring processes. That just gives me a better idea of specifics of what you would be good at. That way, when it transfers over into these positions that I have, where they are looking for someone who has data entry, someone who has that attention to detail. I have a couple positions where they're looking if you have specific mortgage experience. You don't have to have specific mortgage experience, but it does tend to help with those positions I have in the mortgage department. But it is just easier if you show a little more detail on your resume, just because it helps me place you a little bit faster.
Yeah. And we can, based on your job descriptions, where you worked, how long you worked, we can actually generate a resume for you if that's just too intimidating for you to write one out. We have a software that generates one for you. It doesn't look the best, but better than none, right?
Yeah, it's a good jumping point. So if you're able to get that, and then you want to like build it into another, like find a Word one you think is really cool looking, that's the way to do it.
So a lot of people ask this question, Megan. I get it every single day. Do you have work from home jobs?
I do not at the moment, but I will say that the positions that I do have right now have that opportunity if you're hired on with the company to move to work from home. I do have a couple positions where they are looking to eventually move to a work from home position. So that possibility, once you get in with the client, you're able to show them what you know, you can do work from home. But for the most part, I don't do a ton of work from home.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you answered that question because, a lot of people want to work from home, and I did say something. It's not for everybody. It does not have all the glamour.
I could not do it.
I did it for 14 days and I ended my work from home on day 14, which was on a Friday. And I literally went into work on a Friday and on a Saturday and on a Sunday. Like I could not, I had to go into the office.
It works for some people. My husband did it and he loves it. And I'm just like, I have to get out.
I got to talk we're social creatures. I got to talk, we got to talk to each other.
Exactly.
That's part of why we're doing this virtual job fairs, because we don't get to interact in a job fair anymore. We're 20 booths in a sweaty gym. Like,
dang it.
A lot of companies are hiring clerical administrative positions. So if you need help with those, give us a call. Megan is our administrative cleриcal recruiter, in addition to wearing 20 other hats. She's really good at what she does. As you can see, she's great with people, and she works hard to find you the talent, to find you the right fit for the first time, not the 10th time.
Yes.
And so let us know if we can help with some of those clerical administrative positions. We also recruit professional divisions. By the way, Megan,
to bring up pro staff.
you should cue Oliver in later. When we're done here, go tell him that we want him in here around 1:30.
I'll tell him 1:30. If I don't have a position for someone when we're talking, just because, like I said, my entry-level positions start entry-level pay anywhere from, I've had positions anywhere from that $10 to $14 range, but we do work with a professional division, which I'm more than happy to refer you to if I feel that you're a better fit to find more of those higher-end professional positions where you have the experience for it. We have some professional recruiters that I work with closely that they are more than happy to help.
Awesome, Megan. Well, any questions for Megan? More info, comments? There is one comment here, Megan. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, why does this keep coming up? Love Megan. Go see her.
I just can't help it.
All right. Well, thank you, Megan. Appreciate your time. I think we're going to have a fun panel coming up next.
Yeah.
You can stay on the panel. It's okay.
Cool. I'll just hang out. That's fine.
Let's add Derek Cooper. And let's add Andrew Larson. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? It's like the Brady Bunch. So we're at, let's see. No, I forgot. Sorry, I'm putting Oliver on the spot. We're trying to get our pro recruiter, see if he wants to come on in a little bit. I'm going to tell him, don't feel the pressure. Let's see. Okay, so the next. Oh, that's funny. Annette, Annette made that comment, Megan.
Oh.
I'll show you who made it. Thanks, Annette.
Thanks, Annette.
Hi, Annette. Thank you. Okay, so this is going to be rapid fire. So all the companies we've discussed, have been a lot of fun, great opportunities. But there's a lot of other companies that we have not discussed that we couldn't get onto this Facebook Live due to time constraints. So let's just do a rapid fire and talk about some of the other companies we recruit for, the openings, the pay. Right now it is 1:15. So we can do this for about 10, 15 minutes max. But this is the time to just share all these other openings. So Derek, I know you're the on-site for Fresenius, but I know you got some working knowledge of other jobs and there in Ogden. So let's go.
Yeah, we have an exciting one. FedEx Ground.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna bleep that out. It's a supply chain company.
Oops. Okay.
Has candy bars in the warehouse.
Okay. Candy bars in the warehouse. We love them. They're awesome. They're looking for material handlers. And we have positions for those guys that are from 5 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. It's a D shift, so they work Wednesday through Friday. And that one's paying $15 an hour. So pretty awesome if you have any material handler experience, case picking of those chocolate candy bars. And we'd love to get you out there and help.
I love those shifts. I mean, there's 3 different shifts available. I think we only have like 1 opening now per shift because those went pretty fast. Yeah. 3 candy bars in the break room, all you can eat, which is a terrible idea for me because I would eat every candy bar and wouldn't stop. But that's because I have no self-control. Sorry. No, but it's an incredible company, great place to be in, good environment, and the pay. I mean, $15 an hour, and then once you get certified on the forklifts that can reach up to 7 racks high, you get $1 differential on top of that $15 an hour. Crazy. What else, Derek?
There's the bakery that we were hoping to get on earlier that we have up in North Ogden. Without saying names, I guess we'll just tell you that we have openings there.
We can say their name, the Brill CSM Bakery. We hope we can get Wendy on, but why don't you share a little bit about the positions over there, if you don't mind?
Yeah, so they're production associates. They're going to be working from like 5 a.m. to 3:30. Their starting pay is $13.25 an hour. You're going to be working loading with the frozen cookies, the frosting pails, things like that, moving them, palletizing them. You do need to be able to lift 50 pounds because it is lifting those frozen cookies and working with those. It is a little bit cooler in there, and because of the frozen atmosphere, so you can wear a sweater. And yeah, this is another one that we have openings for, and we'd love to get you guys out to.
Awesome. All right, keep going, Derek. I know there's like 1,000 more.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm showing Big Deal Outlets. Sorry, didn't mean to say that one again.
No, there's a couple we can't, just to be respectful, but most of them we can.
Okay. Yeah, this is the shoe sorting of shoes and getting them into the working in the BDO. This is something that you want to dress warm for as well because it can get cold in their warehouse as well. So we're looking for some people to get out there. Let's see what else. We got a material cutter factory fabricator here in Ogden off of 9th Street. We have those openings paying between 12 and 15, and depending on your experience, You need to be able to cut steel and metal. So fabricating company.
All right, I'm going to pause you there, Derek, so you can, because Derek's our on-site manager for Fresenius, so we're going to give him a minute to scan over the 100 other jobs. And I'm going to jump over to Andrew, and he's going to share some of his other openings there in Layton.
Okay, so we've got a couple other opportunities that are definitely with some up-and-coming companies that are a little bit smaller. One we have is with Biotron. Now, Biotron, they are a supplement company and dealing with if you see any of these supplements that fortify, like orange juice, things like that, they create that product that goes into those. So great opportunity. They are, depending on which location, they have locations in both Centerville and Ogden that have openings, and starting at $14.50 in Centerville and $15 an hour in Ogden. And they are working 10-hour shifts. So starting at 7 a.m. and it's a Monday through Thursday. So it's nice, gives you that 3-day weekend to kind of relax. So that's one of our opportunities. Another one we have is with Matco Tools. Right now they have picker and puller positions to where they are starting at $13.50 an hour, and they are starting at 7 a.m. The nice thing is they are they're working a lot of overtime right now. We've got folks that are usually averaging anywhere from 50 to 60 hours. So if you're looking for that extra time, looking for that extra money, they're a great one to go with.
Awesome. Biotron, Matco Tools, really great companies to work for. Good opportunity. Thank you, Andrew. All right, we're going to jump over to Megan Hardy.
Hello.
All right, rapid fire, hit us.
Well, here in Ogden, we do work with a client every now and then. It's not like a consistent base, but we do get needs for them usually a couple times a month, where it is an industrial laundry supply. They could work with mats, uniforms, towels, things that you'd see from like a bar, hotels. Just dependent. I mean, we use their mats here in the office. They need people in their washroom where they are loading and unloading industrial washers. It could be anywhere. I mean, you're lifting 20 to 50 pounds. Laundry can get heavy. And they use a machine to dump it all out. And then they take it over to a dryer, which is, again, gigantic and industrial. It's really cool to see. You load it up, it dumps out, and then you take it over, and they have a machine that I think every person wants in their life that irons and folds everything for you. So you're just feeding it through, and then it comes the other end and you're stacking.
Is that how my clothes are folded every day? They're just magically folded.
Oh, is that what you have?
I've always wondered how that happens. It's not my wife.
Not at all, never. But positions out there, we do get some positions that are definitely more of the short-term positions, and if that's more of what you're looking for is short-term work, it's worth it to give us a call, get into our system. That way, if a short-term position comes up, we can just give you a call and you can say yes or no, like, yeah, I'm available, no, I'm not. We'll either get you on it or wait until the next one and contact you again. We work closely with am I allowed to talk about skill staff?
Yes, go for it.
So we work closely with skill staff as well, which is also here in our 30th Street branch. The 30th Street branch is a little split. Backside is Elwood, just production warehouse. Front side is construction, where they work more skilled trades. But if that's something that you're interested in, we could always refer you to them as well. They do construction, like I said, cleanup, flagging is a big thing that they do as well. So if you have your certification, it's worth it to come get registered. They'll call you if they have anything. But they also do short-term work. So if they ever have something and they just need some extra bodies, they'll always come ask us and say, hey, do you have anybody? We'll refer you over and they'll give you a call. So we work closely with all the branches here, I mean, to get things filled. So you have a lot of opportunities.
A lot of jobs. All right. Derek.
Yes.
Ready, my friend?
I
saw you scanning over the spreadsheet of 100 jobs.
I do have one more that's a really good one I forgot about. This one is a great company for people that love to work with outdoors equipment and outdoor stuff. They make high-end rims for mountain bikes.
Ooh, yes. Tell me more.
They're right here in Ogden. And so if you're an outdoor enthusiast, they want you. They love those kind of people. Doesn't matter if you're a skier, a mountain biker, a hiker, those kind of people are the ones that fit right in this company. And they have different schedules. They look more like 10-hour schedules. is what they're looking for the most part. And so you're working in a manufacturing area where they're cutting the raw materials, the high-end carbon fiber. So if you want to get in the carbon fiber industry, this is a great company to work for right here in Ogden.
Awesome. Yeah. And there's quite a few openings there too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes. And multiple different shifts. They start anywhere from 5 a.m. to 3:30. They've got an 8 to 6:30 and 9 to 7:30. They have some people, even if you want to work a little bit later, it's at noon to 10:30 at night. So they have just different flexible schedules that would probably fit around some people that maybe these other companies we've talked about don't have those kind of flexible schedules that we can get you into.
Perfect. All right. So lots of jobs. We still have a lot more that we haven't covered. One position that's it's hot off the press. Haven't published it yet. We have commercial cleaning jobs out in Eden for $15 an hour. You'll be able to carpool there. That's happening this weekend if you can make it happen. Not a lot of requirements to get on board, but that's $15 an hour. All right. I'm going to have a special guest who, from our pro division. Derek mentioned in the 30th Street, we have our skill staff division, which is the construction and skill trades. And then we have our production side. And then in the middle is this little pro office that, was nominated as part of Forbes top 100 pro search firms. So we're going to have one of their managers, Taylor Aaron, jump on into the feed. Taylor has no idea that she was going to be on this panel today talking about Elwood Professional, what they do, as well as some of the positions they have in Utah. So Taylor, I'm going to add you to this panel here. And welcome, Taylor. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Was this a surprise?
Definitely. Exciting, but definitely a surprise.
All right. So Taylor, you have missed the last 2.5 hours. We have had guests from all sorts of different companies that we staff for here in Utah. Autoliv, Nutraceutical, Fresenius, ReaderLink, you name it, and Kroger. And we've had them spend 10 minutes sharing, a little bit of insight about their company, their culture, and then more specifically, for our job seekers that are watching this, what jobs they have, right? What do they pay, and where are they located? So I know you're part of the pro search division, so there's some things you can't share because it's a commission-based type of thing, but tell us about the pro division, and then if you can, give us some job titles, salary ranges of people that or positions that you're recruiting for in the Utah market.
Definitely, for sure. So for anyone that doesn't know, Elwood Professional is a different sector of staffing. So we primarily work with higher level executives, admin, and IT, as well as engineering. So typically anything from $17 to $18 an hour and up. We primarily split our forces into temp to hire and direct hire. So we have those options for you. As far as, just some fun things about us, 90% of our placements finish with their contracts when we do that, have them on temp to hire, or they'll stay with the company for 3 years. Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah. And about 93% of our candidates are accepting jobs with our clients. So we have a really high success rate. And 50% of those people are, from the interview phase that we have sent over for the clients. So just a little bit about us. As far as, the Utah market, I know that we're currently getting new clients with CBD. That's something that's new that I've been partnering with BDMs with. A lot of things down in the southern area.
Wait, hold on. Let's pause for a second. CBD, is that,
yes.
What is that?
So CBD is the derived in hemp. Not anything with THC or anything like that is technically in the marijuana side. So the CBD part that is more for pain management and more of an oil for
anxiety and sleep
Yep.
disorders. And so this
Yep.
company is hiring for what type of positions?
Yeah, so they have accounting positions open, mainly a what they're calling an accounting generalist.
Okay.
And as well as an admin assistant that's between $17 and $20 an hour, which is actually really good for an admin. They're not
Wow.
looking for anything particular for the most
Megan
part.
might be able to help you with that one.
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously, we definitely take part in helping out Ogden, you know, where you're based out of, and help with a lot of our companies up there. So obviously Auto Leave and everything else, even though they're not necessarily pro level. I mean, we don't want to cut ourselves off at the knees. So we are, you know, an extra hand for our branches and our clients to make sure that, you know, people are being serviced as well as possible. So we definitely have positions all the way up from, you know, northern Utah all the way down to St. George. We partner with all those branch managers. As far as a lot of other Utah positions, I know down in our Orem branch, they are working with Blue Chip, which is out in the West Valley area, but they are a major office that deals with that client. They don't have any current positions posted, but they're always taking resumes. Lovely Orem manager down there, Isaac, is amazing with them. So that's another one that is kind of a revolving door. And as far as speaking of just revolving doors, that's kind of another kind of perk that Pro has. We build these relationships with a lot of our clients where even when they're not open or don't have a position that maybe is posted, we have such a great relationship that we can just kind of bring forth candidates and be like, hey, this would be a good candidate for this role, be it in the engineering world, so maintenance techs, machine operators, you know, warehouse personnel, that, you know, they trust us that well to just be able to send someone over and be like, yeah, we can make a space for them. We've created
I'm so glad you said that. I mean, a lot of people will jump onto elwoodprofessional.com or elwoodjobs.com, and they're looking, they see all these openings, and some people, they don't see one that's a good fit for them. And they go, oh, well, I better jump on another job board and see if there's a job for me. But, you know, here at Elwood Pro, Elwood Skill Staff, Trades, Elwood Staffing, like, send us your resume and we will skill market you to a client. Do we have clients that may not have openings right now, but we know what kind of candidates they're looking for? So if you come across, you know, if we get a resume that comes across our desk for a position we don't have, that is gold. We send that to clients where that is just going to be a great fit for them. And a lot of times they're going to make that spot open because they're like, wow, Taylor, this resume is incredible. Like we got to talk to this person. I want to talk to them. And,
yeah, exactly.
And we get a lot of our placements just through that route. So when you're looking at our positions, if there's one that you don't see on there that is a better fit for you, don't let that stop you. Send us your resume and we'll skill market you. Here's something really cool. Side note, Taylor. This live feed, guess how many shares we have so far?
How many?
150.
What? That is insane.
Is that not crazy? So coming up, we're going to have Audrey from Advanced Call Center Technology. She's in the queue right now in the lobby getting set up. Audrey, you're going to have an audience of 150 different places. So I hope you're ready for that. Okay, Taylor, any for companies out there that are struggling for these more complex positions and professional engineers, IT, HR, administrative, what can they do to get a hold of you to, you know, have you just walk them through the process of what attempt to hire, or not attempt to hire, but a direct hire placement would look like? What do they need to do to get a hold of you?
As far as clients, you mean like new clients?
Prospective clients, yep.
So either they can reach out on the Utah Professional at utahprofessional.com or just Elwood Professional at elwoodprofessional.com is the general area. Other than that, I mean, they can reach out to Jen S., who is our director, as well as we have 2 inside sales people that we have in the East Coast, Rhett and Kelly. They are primarily, you know, talking about pricing, what is best for those clients, and then assessing whether attempt to hire or direct hire basis would be applicable, because there are some positions that would do better as a direct hire versus attempt to hire, and there's pros and cons for both. And they would be, good contacts to work with. But primarily the generic website that we have involved is the best place to go.
Okay, last question, I promise. What are the top 3 pro positions that you staff for, that you get placements for? What top 3 positions are those?
Definitely, and like I said, we don't exclude, you know, positions that are not in that threshold that we typically work with. So a major client that we have had in Idaho, it's a kind of a team tackle. Isaac, Emma, and I in the pro team have created a great relationship with Basic American Foods up in Idaho. We've done total from this year and last season, probably a good $100,000 in revenue with them. So really great with them. Another great.
What about positions though? Sorry, I should have went more specific. What are the top 3 positions that you place for? So job seekers that are watching this, if they fit in those 3, what does that look like?
Yeah, top 3 probably, if you're just putting it in a generic sense, a lot of higher level maintenance and engineering. That's definitely what we're seeing right now, as well as mid-level to senior admin and HR is really what we're seeing right now, especially with COVID. You know, a lot of those kind of umbrella positions, as you will, like that oversee a lot of different things, are a lot of the candidates that are looking for jobs at the moment. So we have tons of positions for that.
Awesome. You know, there's a lot of students graduating with HR degrees, and they're trying to find a home, and it's really difficult out there because of this post-COVID economy, and people just don't know what jobs are out there and where to go and what they should accept salary-wise, and should they consider relocating or not for the position, you know, to get their foot in the door. And let us take all of that scary uncertainty out of the way and just talk to us. Give us a call Taylor's team, and send your resume over, and they're gonna partner you with a company that you'll love to work for. So 90% stay rate is exceptionally high, and that tells me that Taylor's team, they really take the time to get to know you as a candidate, really walk you through your career goals, what you're passionate about, and align that with the client that has those same goals and passion. So thank you, Taylor, and thank you for doing this literally on a minute's notice with
You're good.
No clue what was going on. So that was great. You're amazing.
You're welcome.
All right, Taylor, we're going to excuse you from the panel here. Thanks again.
Thanks.
Wait, one more thing. What's your email, Taylor, for people to reach out to you?
Yes, so it is taylor.aaron, TAYLOR.AARON at elwoodprofessional.com.
All right. Thanks, Taylor.
Yeah.
Whew, I am exhausted. I'm just lying. I'm not exhausted. I'm freaking full of energy right now. This has been a blast. We are getting close to the end of this, and I have a special guest that I am really excited about. So Derek, Megan, Andrew, I'm going to excuse you for the moment, but I will bring you back for the final wrap up, as well as you, Atisha. I know we skipped over you for a minute, but we're going to have you come back full circle here in about 10, 15 minutes. So bye, Derek. Nice seeing you. See you in a minute. Megan, goodbye. I'm sorry. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Goodbye. All right. So, Audrey, I hope you are ready. We have Audrey Wallace from Advanced Call Center Technology. She is, I believe, one of the corporate recruiters or HR managers. She'll correct me once we add her to the queue here. But we have a facility in Logan that we've been recruiting for, a big facility out there. And Audrey's going to talk to us about the company, the culture, openings, and anything else she wants to share, as well as correcting everything I just got wrong. So when we look at clerical administrative positions, Elwood has them. And that's why we've partnered with ACT. And we are just excited to have them on our panel today. So Audrey,
Hi.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us. Please
Thanks for
introduce
having
yourself and correct whatever I got wrong.
My name's Audrey, and I'm a recruiter here at ACT. So I do all the hiring.
Yes. All right. And how's hiring been out there in this post-COVID economy?
It's been an adjustment, but we're so excited for we've got a bunch of new clients. So we've got new jobs coming through. I mean, we're just hiring machines.
Yes. All right. So if you would tell us a little bit about ACT, Advanced Call Center Technology, and give us a little history.
Okay. So we are a call center. We mainly do inbound customer service calls.
Ooh, I already like the sound of that, inbound.
Yeah. We love to help others. We have great opportunities to advance within, flexible schedules. Our bonus opportunities are amazing. You know, extra money on that paycheck here and there is also a nice little surprise when you look at your paycheck. Our benefits are unbeatable. You can have them for your spouse and your children after 90 days. We have paid time off, paid holidays after 90 days. It's just, I love my job.
So you're not in Logan yourself, but you're recruiting from where?
I'm in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. You have a little bit of an accent there.
Oh, do I? No.
It's not that noticeable. So if you're familiar with some of the openings in Logan, do you want to share what you know, what openings would be out there?
Yep, I can give you a bit of like a summary of what you would be doing if you were to get a job with us. So inbound calls from customers, assisting with billing inquiries, payments, credits, fraud alerts, internet and cell phone services, and mortgages. You know, you have to be a good problem solver, negotiation skills, which is fun. I mean, that's just a good time on the job. We're looking for candidates who are self-driven and motivated, that you have like set personal goals, as well as, you know, you want to hit those team goals as well. And excellent communication skills as well. So
that's got to be number one, I'm sure, you know, given that you're talking to somebody over the phone and not in person.
Exactly. And the best part, I mean, you know, I talk to so many people a day and they're like, well, I've never done any kind of call center work before. And I'm like, well, guess what? We do paid training. So you're going to feel super comfortable. You know, you've got trainers, you have, we have different types of training. So it's kind of like you learn everything, and then you get to do like some hands-on training. So once you're starting to take those inbound customer service calls, you're super comfortable, you know what to do. It's just really, it's great. I've seen people like advance so quickly here and, you know, come in the door the first day and not really sure if they're going to like it, and then just excel. And it's just really nice to see. That's the perk of the job, I guess.
No, that's a huge perk. I've always had a special place in my heart for contact centers, because you know, when I was just out of high school, I really needed a higher paying job for somebody with no skills, right? Not a lot of people back then were taking chances on 18-year-olds, and you know, luckily a contact center in Logan, Utah, of all places, took a chance on me, and I was able to make a good livable wage at the age of 18, which, that was awesome. I was able to move out of my parents' house and, start my career path. And so that's always been, a springboard for me. And I've seen family members that have stayed in the contact center career path and have really made a big impact, moved up through the ranks, because like you mentioned, Audrey, if you're a great communicator, if you're passionate, if you're a fast learner, you can move up in these different positions, and you don't have to just be receiving calls. You can be a lead, a supervisor, a site manager. I mean, the path is there for you, for those that want to get after it.
Absolutely. And like you were saying before, that a stable paycheck is, golden.
Yeah.
I've done, before this, I've bartended, and I've, done some kind of commission-based work, and you just don't really know what your paycheck's going to be. But, a stable paycheck is great,
Yes. Yeah. Especially given the unemployment benefits that have, most people in the state of Utah are coming up on 26 weeks and then it's gone. And they have access to these FEMA funds, which is an additional $300, and it's very, time consuming. And we just don't know what's happening there with Congress, if they're going to do something different. And so all that uncertainty equals I'm not getting a paycheck if I'm unemployed because I'm waiting on these FEMA funds. And so if I can find a wage that's similar to what I was making with that extra $600 a week, you're going to help a lot of families. They're going to be able to put food on the table. And then if they have a place where they can grow their career and make even more, it's just a win-win. And so I believe Heidi, if I can add her real quick, I don't know if she's on the stream here, but Heidi's been doing some recruiting for the Logan facility. And I believe she has a position she's recruiting for right there for ACT. Heidi, look, we got a job fair booth there.
Nice.
But I believe the position she's recruiting for, Audrey, is an administrative position that pays $18 an hour.
Nice.
Which is fantastic. There's Heidi. Hi, hello. She's pointing. Oh, she's doing a drug screen. That's what she's doing. She's helping an associate. Perfect. I'm going to take her out of the queue. Isn't that so cool to see, boots on the ground, recruiters working hard to get people. Okay. So, Audrey, I'm going to ask you a unique question. What drives you, gets you out of bed, wakes you up at night? What is it about what you do that gets you moving every day?
Oh, well, I've got the kids, so they for sure literally wake me up in the morning and drive me to do the best I can every single day and hit those bonuses. Gotta have that extra money on the paycheck.
We all go to work for our families, right? We want to make an income that matters. We want to take care of them. And we also want to beat them when they wake us up too early. So I love to hear that it's your family that gets you up out of bed. And it sounds like that's the culture at ACT, is family first. And so if you're interested, please reach out to Audrey. What's the website for ACT?
You can go to acttoday.com, and you can also, just to apply for an instant interview, you can text 51893.
Okay. All right, Audrey, thanks for taking time out of your day to jump onto this panel, and we'd love to have you back next time.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Say bye to Audrey.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Wow. This has been just an incredible day. 2 hours and 47 minutes in. I just cannot believe it. I just got a message. Speaking of ACT, we have an associate at ACT. Where'd this message come from? And he loves the company. Awesome. Thank you, Heidi. So I'm going to add everybody back to the queue. And not everyone's going to be available, so that's okay. But we'll just throw them on here. And then if you're not available, you just kick yourself out. But I want to wrap this up with, and really anyone can join this. It's 1:40 here. I want to wrap this up with just a big thank you. I also want to talk about some internal positions. So since we've got all of Elwood, everyone wave and smile. I'm going to do a picture real quick. Yay, print screen. Oh, hold on. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put that in a document. But, you know, I hope for those job seekers that have been watching this so far that you've gotten a lot out of this. And, you know, I hope that you take action. That's the most important thing is if you're unhappy with the job that you have right now and you want to make a change, you're just not sure how, take action. Take action right now. Talk to one of these wonderful recruiters and managers that are in front of you. And let's help you land the job of your dreams. Let's help you make the next career move. Internally, we're looking for talented individuals like the people you see in front of you. You can probably see, you can feel, you can hear their passion. You can see how much they care about each other, their job, the people they hire. And so if you have that kind of compassion, if you have that passion and drive, come work for us. We want you on our team. We're looking for staff and recruiters. We're looking for on-site managers and specialists. We're looking to add more to our team as we grow, and we have been growing fast, right, guys? Yeah, it's crazy out there. So definitely give me a call, send me an email, call any one of our offices and send them your resume and they'll get it over to me. But I want to just wrap this up. Last minute thoughts. We have 400 plus openings here between Layton and Logan. As you can see, they're not all just light industrial positions. We have clerical administrative positions. We have skill staff positions, the trades. We have professional positions. We've got you covered on just about every vertical. And if you're unemployed, we want to get you back to work. And we care about your safety. As you can see in the top corner of the screen with Annette, you've got Annette and Felicia with face masks. One of them drinking a Monster, see, and they're waving. You can drink a Monster at work. You know, we care about your safety. You can tell I hope you can tell based on this dialogue that we are going to be transparent with you. We're going to walk you through the process and we're going to help you be comfortable with your decision to come back to work. And the client that you choose, you'll be comfortable with that client. So take comfort in that. If you're underemployed, you're just not happy where you're at, or you think you can, you know, there's just better for you out there. There's a better company, better opportunity. Let us help you with that as well. We're going to make ourselves available virtually 24/7. I mean, you send us a text overnight, we're going to respond to you early in the morning. Atisha's in there like at 6 a.m. responding to text messages. But we're going to help you make that career move. As you can see, we staff for some of the best in Northern Utah. We want you to come and work through Elwood. We want you to make a difference. We want you to not have to worry about, you know, next paycheck, if you're going to be able to pay your bills or put food on the table. Instead, we want you to worry about, you know, how fast am I going to get my next promotion? Like, you know, I'm in a company that is going to allow me to thrive and grow and make a big difference. So with that, I know, Atisha, we didn't give you a chance to talk about Brigham City openings, but we're just wrapping this up. So let's just do quick last minute thoughts, go around the room. We'll start with you, Atisha. Any advice you have for job seekers out there? Anything you want to share? Let's start with you.
Don't be afraid to ask questions, because our number one thing is we want you to ask as many questions as possible. That way you can get more familiar with what we do here in the office to potentially get you out to a position. Also, when you come in, try to be as prepared as possible. When we're doing your interviews, please don't give us one word answers. Like, good.
Yeah.
We want more details. We want to
Yeah.
know a little bit more about you and like what your previous employers would say about your work ethic rather than just good. Like, are you a hard
Good.
worker? Are you dedicated? That type
Yes.
of stuff.
Yes. That's great advice. That will get you very far in the interview process if you give some context. We love that. Thanks, Atisha. If you want to know more about jobs in Brigham City, Corinne, Tremonton, Promontory, talk to Atisha, talk to Jamie and Jessica. They are there to help you, as well as Chris, our on-site. She's back there somewhere. Give them a call. Thanks, Atisha. Let's move it over to Annette Brooks. Annette, can't hear you. You're muted.
Okay.
There you are. All right. Last minute thoughts for the job seekers out there. Besides come work for Annette.
I was just going to say, come work for me. What else is there?
Annette's pretty awesome. You want to work for Annette. Even though I'm technically her boss, I feel like I work for her and I love it.
Oh, geez. Bugging you every day to get me people, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you, Annette.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let's see. Derek Cooper. Last minute thoughts.
Okay, guys, just my last minute thoughts are that we have a lot of great jobs and a lot of great companies. And some of these companies, like the one I represent or work for, is Fresenius Medical Care. We're going to set you up for success. We're going to get you into an onboarding process through an orientation. And other companies like Autoleave too, they go through an orientation process. The on-sites are there to help you, to guide you. But ultimately, you need to be there and take that job seriously. We want to set you up for success, but you have to be there and on time every day. Your attendance is important, that you're there and you want to succeed at that job. And so you want to represent Elwood in a good way by being out there every day and working. And then that company is going to say, yep, we want that person. They're a rock star. They're here. They're on time. They get the job done, and we will get them hired on. It's usually in 3 to 6 months at the company I'm at, Fresenius, but that's the same at a lot of companies. So if you can do that, get your foot in the door at a lot of these great companies, and we'll set you up for success with the onboarding process, and then you just take it that next level. We will get you that job, and we'll say congratulations. You're now converted to that company. You're now their employee, and that's what we want ultimately, is to get you that great job and land you that great job.
Congratulations. Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Derek. I mean, that's the end goal here is we just want to connect you to the best companies, the best offers that's going to benefit you. I mean, that's the whole reason why we're in business. We don't make money for you to not land a job or to not stay at your job. No, we make money when we get it right the first time, when we match you like a match made in heaven, like, right? That's what we're looking for. And we're trained at doing that. I'm sorry, but maybe I'm not sorry about it. We're matchmakers. We know how to do it. Like, that's just what we do. All right. Thanks, Derek. Let's jump over to Megan Hardy. Last minute thoughts for the job seeker out there.
I think come in, like Atisha said, come in prepared. Be honest with your recruiter. I think it's easy sometimes to yeah, I could totally do something like you really want to, but it's best to be honest because then we can find a job that really is going to fit you. If you don't think that maybe, I don't know, working on a computer is your speed, then let us know and we can find a position where there's not a lot of computer involved. Not a lot of computer work involved, but just let us know your expectations and we will do our best to be able to, oh, sorry, my lunch is in my hand. And we will do our best to be able to help meet those and help you find a position that'll fit best for you.
Lunch, you're making me hungry. I just realized I haven't got to the bathroom in 3 hours. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't go much longer. We're not going to do a 4-hour one next time.
You're almost there.
3. Megan Hardy, thank you. Great advice. Let's end it with Atisha, TMI, LOL. That's good. Thanks. All right, we're going to end it with our administrator of the event, Miss Heidi Bencomo. Heidi, last minute thoughts.
When you're coming in for the job, bring a friend with you. We do have a referral program here at Elwood Staffing. I've got this beautiful poster up. So there's some different prizes that you can win for referrals. If you're already working for Elwood Staffing, you know what a great company we are. And we've impressed. Make sure that you bring your friends in. We've got several positions where there's 2, 3, 4, 5 openings. So if that's something where to help keep you motivated to go to a job and you want to go with a loved one or a friend or anyone like that, bring them in as well, and we'll get both of you set up for a job. It's not just one or none.
No, it's not. It's 2 and done.
Or 3 or 4 or 5.
Yes. All right. Well, it is 2 hours, 59 minutes, 27 seconds. We are right on track. This is going to be the first time I've ever been on time with anything in my life, so it must be a good omen. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please, if you're watching this after the fact, comment more info on any one of these sessions, and we'll have a recruiter get in touch with you. Please call any one of our offices in Northern Utah. Talk to these beautiful people that have been on the call today. Let's help you connect with the best companies, get you the job that you deserve. And thanks for tuning in. Elwood Staffing, we are the better people. And that's because of you, the job seeker. You are what makes us great, and we're here to serve. So thanks for tuning in. I hope we can do this again. What do you guys think? This is a good success, right? This was good. We're going to make
wonderful speakers from some different companies on as well.
So as long as we were able to place 100 people after this, I'm going to do it again. That's the number. So we'll return and report in 2 weeks. And we'll have another event in 2 weeks. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to our wonderful HR partners that have joined us from Autoliv, Nutraceutical, Fresenius, ReaderLink, ACT, Kroger. I know I'm missing some. Who am I missing? ES Quality, Wendy from Brill. We're so sorry we missed you. I'm going to get you on a one-on-one Facebook Live just to make up for it. Thank you for thank your companies, your directors for approving you to come on this show, and we look forward to getting you the people you need. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.